Member, welcome. Oh boy, time for some possible big new games, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you all here for the Xbox Extendo event. We're going to be showcasing some stuff here in what I hope to be just a couple of minutes. Good to see you all back again. We'll be taking a look at some of the things that they may have dropped yesterday that you may have missed. And yeah, we'll get into this one ASAP. So looks like here, taking a peek at everything, IGN is live with the Xbox Game Showcase Extended Livestream 2023, which apparently starts in 52 minutes, but according to the Xbox events, it says 19, so it could be a bait. Could be one of those things where in 20 minutes the live stream begins, and then, you know, then it's like a 30-minute countdown. We'll see. But if you missed some of the things from yesterday, we'll kind of just watch it in the background.
You know, based on what you did. And
IGN just going to be talking about stuff. So I guess we'll just listen in. And by the way, Star Wars Outlaws, if you didn't see it yesterday, seemed pretty damn cool. If you like Star Wars but want something different than being a Jedi, this is kind of a little different. So we'll see how it all goes. Hope you all enjoyed the earlier live stream of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic as well. Playthroughs on the channel. What is an extended event? Well, Xbox had their big game showcase on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. And they showcased City Skylines 2 there. But there were so many games that they decided to do like a secondary event as well. So this will be kind of either more footage of the things we've already seen or things that have been unannounced so far. Maybe just some not major events. Now, to be fair to Xbox, they showed Starfield for about like 40 minutes. So 40 minutes of like an hour and a half event was dedicated to like Starfield. So there's still a lot more to showcase. And so we'll see what they have to show. So there could be a lot of stuff here. There's certainly room for a lot of things that we haven't yet seen or more of what we have and want to see more. So we're just going to chill, celebrate some more big O game announcements. I don't know what's going to happen, so, you know, like at any moment, they could showcase Frostpunk 2 gameplay. Unlikely, but, you know, could happen. And I hope it does. But, you know, can only get excited for games. And it's been cool for the last couple of days to check out all this stuff and get excited with you guys, too. I like it. But not everything's going to be like Game of the Year, but it's nice to have new good games.
You know, and like that's the vibe. It's also a cross-gen game. It's an Xbox One and PlayStation 4 game, which I think is.
And my email's blowing up today with all sorts of new games.
Avatar or Star Wars. Okay.
And playable demos that we saw yesterday too.
VR one and a mobile one. So the Jade is the mobile project Jade. I mean, excited to learn more. You know.
I got a demo I want to show you guys today too after this stream.
Well, there's definitely a lot of Assassin's Creed coming. For all the Assassin's Creed fans, we need to take a quick break, but there's more games coming up, and you'll definitely want to stick around for the Xbox Extended Showcase, which is coming up very soon. IGN Summer of Gaming. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by Lenovo Legion. With
Summer of Gaming now, I guess, is a loose term for just quote-unquote E3. Like, we used to just have everything at E3, and now it's just like a bunch of events that are around the same... around the same time. It's all good. Starfield looked great. It did look great, yeah. We'll see what we can do, but yeah. Construction Simulator? Yes, I got an email today from Construction Simulator. Their new DLC for airports comes out on June 27th, so I'm telling everybody. I'm telling all my friends to, like, take a day off.
Movie and TV show you love is a wild, crazy, and sometimes unbelievable story.
No one is just black and white.
From revealing the secrets behind your favorite franchises to solving
check that out.
game mystery, I'm coming for you. IGN
They confirmed that it's coming on the 27th. Construction Simulator Airfield Expansion. This will allow you to build an airfield in Europe and in the United States. And I believe there's new construction equipment. I don't think a Bobcat is in the game as of now. Maybe it is, but I don't remember seeing that. But they're going to include a bunch of new equipment. Kind of weird, though, that they're building a hangar around an airplane. They couldn't bother moving the airplane. But pretty cool to be able to build. That's a really fun multiplayer game. So, confirmed. Airfield DLC for Gas Station Sim Win. Now? It's out now. And there are videos on the channel of that as well.
You can even track your progress with handy checklists if you go for 100% just like we do.
We're gonna be going over some sensitive material.
IGN has the very best, most complete, and accurate guides for The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, Zelda
Star Wars
stuff.
Jedi Survivor, The Witcher
Cool.
3, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Elden Ring,
Bum,
and so
bum,
much
bum.
more.
I will require some
Ooh.
time to process this information.
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN.
Ah. There is a demo for a game that you guys may have seen on the channel before that was a lot of fun called New Cycle. It's a post-apocalyptic city builder. You might be interested in this. Let's check it out real quick.
With fearsome enemies while designing your dream shop in Sailblazers, a new multiplayer open world survival shopkeeping game.
New Cycle demo has another demo out. They had a demo out in January, but this is a new version of it, so we'll be playing this in a few days on the channel, the demo for this one. So, but yeah, if you like End Zone: A World Apart, or if you like Surviving the Aftermath, this game's pretty cool. Ooh, looks very cool. Probably put a video out on this one pretty soon, especially if the demo's different, because that one looks like it's going to be a little neat. Kind of like Banished, maybe. Maybe a little more like Banished. Ooh, what is this? The hell? Oh, I think we may have seen this one. Yeah, New Cycle is cool. My favorite thing about New Cycle is that it really did feel like playing Banished. And Anno. It actually had a feel like Anno, yeah.
Welcome back to Game Scoop right here on IGN Summer of Gaming. Just a second, we're going to chat about known games that were missing from the showcases this year. We have an update from former Omega Cop Tina Amini herself on what is going to be what we should expect from the Xbox showcase coming up. Thought it was going to be added to the dock, but I do not see it
Damn.
here.
Chad, if I knew that this was 44 minutes away, I would have kept playing some Workers and Resources, honestly. I love that game. We'll play it some more, though, I promise.
Towerborne, Sinuous Saga, Hellblade II, The Elder Scrolls Online, Necrom, and Microsoft Flight Simulator Dune expansion.
Oh, they're going to show more of that? Pog AF.
Who that's interested in is Seth Macy. That's right directly in the
Oh, man.
Avowed is an interesting one from the Xbox showcase. Finally got to look at that. That was announced years ago from Obsidian, next big RPG from them.
I really want Microsoft Flight Sim to have a baked-in vanilla, like, money mode. Like, where you get paid for your jobs and unlock some sort of progression in RPG in the base game.
I already saw them do a really good Fallout, or, you know, basically a space sci-fi RPG. Why couldn't they do a great, you know?
Are you, well, you're talking about Outer Worlds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they said that Avowed is like a little bit more outer
Pog
worlds
lad.
in its size and scope. So like the sort of, I don't know if this came from an interview, so I apologize that I don't have the source, but they were talking about how they originally talked about
A little
the game
quiet.
being like
I know.
Obsidian
Do you really want to hear
Skyrim,
them though?
big open world game.
All right,
Like,
all right.
well, let's play to our strengths and let's really lean on companion interactions and like a little bit smaller and a little bit tighter and a little bit more story focused experience. I'm like, that sounds perfect. That sounds great.
I turned it down so you guys could hear me over them.
Skyrim is 12 years old or more. And like that game, if you never played Pillars of Eternity, it's set in that Pillars of Eternity world. And I just think the lore and world building and magic and characters of that game is like, it's perfect. And you know, it's ripe to sort of learn more about and hopefully reach a little bit of a broader audience than those sort of isometric RPGs did. I'm very excited for Avowed. I didn't think what they showed off this week was that
Avowed.
great, but you know, I'm happy to kind of chalk that up to just kind of a weird trailer, and you know, and hopefully we'll see more in in 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. I think some of the commentary was about how the look of the game has changed from the teaser trailer, but I mean, come on, that was years ago. The teaser trailer, I think, was just some hands casting a spell and then a logo. So I don't know how much it could, you know, I don't know how much any sort of visual style even existed back then. Matt, what'd you think?
Yeah, I'm on the mixed side. You know, I'm glad. I think of the games that we could use to see more of, it's Avowed. You know, and I'm glad that they're putting that in the showcase extended. It's one of those things where you know, Outer Worlds I felt was a fun remix on this sort of sci-fi setting from Obsidian, and it was
Avowed, chat.
What's the word I'm looking for?
This game's called
not a parody,
Avowed.
but you know, like
It was pretty silly.
yeah, silly, right? Tongue in cheek. And I was hoping for a similar kind of remix of the genre for when I saw Avowed. You
It
know,
does feel more straight up.
yeah, a remix of like the Skyrim formula, but this seems actually just like a Skyrim from Obsidian. So I'd like to see more of that sort of like changes that they've made.
And if people haven't played Pillars 1 or 2, what sets it apart from Skyrim is that it's a little bit, in using Earth terms, is it's maybe 100 or 150 years more modern.
I'm still
so
way
there's kind of
louder than them.
muskets
Good.
And some basic guns.
All right, so long as you guys can hear me a
It's
little
not
bit more
quite-
than
it's
them.
like in between Skyrim and steampunk, I suppose, like somewhere in the middle there. And so that technology level is actually kind of interesting to me too.
Interestingly,
So
that's
some of these are games that you may have
Yeah,
missed,
similar-
and some of this is a
similar,
little
yeah,
bit more gameplay of games
Yeah,
you may
that
have
was cool.
seen.
It'll be interesting to see a little
So
bit
this
more
is
of that.
cool.
Towerborne will be good to see because that's kind of an unknown quantity for me. I don't even know what to make of that. Did that make more sense to anyone else when they saw that reveal?
No. No, it's a perfect candidate to sort of do a dive in on.
yeah.
For sure. Other than all I know is everybody who's played the Banner Saga loves the Banner Saga.
Well, the Banner Saga is good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
but this just seems so different. So it'll be interesting to
Yeah,
see what
but
they're.
the style was so they nailed the style so much in Banner Saga that it's like
Yeah,
see
but
more
Banner
of
Saga
this.
was like a very serious, you know,
That's true.
sort of a kind of a downer story, like a great strategy game, but a very, you know, it's a drama.
Those Vikings had a hard.
Dutch City Builder.
Trying to exist out there in the cold. But this is like a little
Towerborne.
bit more cartoonish, a little bit more fun, I think. A little lighter. Maybe when you make 3 very super serious games, you need a break.
I definitely
Yeah,
feel
5
for
mentions of
developers that are making
Skyrim in
something-
like
if
30
you're making,
seconds.
like, an
Skyrim
action
was
adventure
good,
game,
but like, can
great,
we let
got
it go
But
now?
if you're doing something kind of unusual from a genre mixing standpoint,
Hopefully
of,
when
like,
Starfield
you know,
drops,
it's
it's
got an
just-
action RPG element, but also like a town building element or other stuff like that's very hard in an E3 press conference like setting to kind of communicate in like a 60-second sound.
Skyrim
bite.
was cool, though.
That's where like it's another just perfect candidate to do kind of a dive in on.
Yeah, that's what we'll be taking extended looks at coming up in just under 40 minutes at the second Xbox Showcase. Let's talk a little bit about some big games that were missing from the showcases this week.
Ooh.
And obviously, the biggest one, the most important
City
one is
Skylines
Perfect
2.
Dark.
Oh.
We'll bring it up every year.
I mean, that is the hill I will die on. That's it was announced at the Game Awards 2020. So it's been 2.5 years since then, and I just, you know,
What do you
Sam,
do that?
am I ever going to play this game?
That was a less than cinematic trailer too, right? It was something
just-
below a cinematic trailer.
It was animated,
Tease?
but
An
yeah.
hell's
animated
this?
tease
There was
trailer.
just kind of like swirling sand and a.
What do you have to gain? By
That's a
being
Perfect
like,
Dark
"Hey guys,
trailer?
we're
What
making
the hell?"
Perfect Dark. See you in 6
I
years.
liked
Yeah.
those.
I don't know.
I think those
Yeah.
are really fun. I like the Metroid Prime 4 logo. I just think it's something to look forward to. I'd rather have something to look forward to than not, but it is getting weird now that the years are stretching out between those things so much. And
Oh.
yeah, I think that's.
This is actually a good trailer.
Here's the weirder thing. Joanna Dark wasn't there. There wasn't even a single Spartan helmet in the whole presentation. So
Yeah,
that's like Mario. Like, how do you put on a presentation for Xbox without even like being like, you know, well, Master Chief's gonna be on a motorcycle in this game.
Why does every
It
game
feels
look like a
pretty
damn
weird to
city
not
builder
have,
now?
like, look,
I want more
just like,
city
you know,
builders so bad that
Ubisoft
whenever they
had
do a
mobile
pan across the
games and,
city,
like,
I'm
Just
just
Dance
like,
in their
dude, is this a
presentation.
city
Microsoft, they had
builder?
Something about the new season of
Oh,
Halo
Perfect
Infinite,
Dark.
that's
Oh,
like
that
a
must be a
neat
city
thing,
builder.
Yeah.
That's why I think, you know, I think Mario remains as relevant for Nintendo today as he ever has. I don't think you can say the same thing for Master Chief.
Yeah, you were talking about this. So, because of their acquisitions, right? It means
Well-
that. Well, I'm just saying, like now that their first party might be something completely different than what their first party was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They don't need Master Chief.
Well, I also just think that, you know, the shooter space, the online shooter space,
Ah.
has just changed so much over the years, you know, because of Call of Duty's still a juggernaut. Then you got your Fortnites and what Respawn's game, which I'm blanking on. All
I mean, you have all these extraction shooters
Yeah.
and battle royales, and then one day Halo wakes up.
What's
as
up,
old,
Transport
right?
Simulator
Like,
Nation?
And I
You
say
excited
that as
to see
someone
some
like,
CS2?
I actually
Me too, I
really
hope
love
so.
Halo Infinite, but there's no denying.
I
that
hope these
it's,
guys at least break
by
it down and talk
accident
about it
sort of
more.
Become this kind of throwback style shooter.
Yeah.
I like hearing other
I
people's
enjoyed
hype.
Halo Infinite's campaign very much, but I
Me
didn't play any
too.
multiplayer.
I love the multiplayer.
I don't think the multiplayer had made as much of a splash as you would have expected a Halo game to make 10 years ago. I don't know, Matt, am I way off base here?
No. Like growing up, my friends and I played Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Infinite, you know, and I was an Xbox gamer for all through high school for that reason. Halo Infinite comes out, I get together
The
with the same
F
group of friends I played
in Halo Infinite just makes it look
back
like
then, and
it's like a
we just
J.
stopped playing
Halo
after a couple
Infinite.
That was my exact
Gin
experience. Like, instead
Infinite.
of it lasting 12 months,
just
it
looks like a
lasted,
J to
you
me.
know, 1 month.
Yeah.
And like, but like that month was
Dude,
great.
Halo
but it's just not, you know, I just
Infinite?
moved on faster.
And you know what's funny? It's not even that we just stopped playing Halo Infinite for other multiplayer games that weren't Xbox. We played Sea of Thieves together. We played Forza Horizon.
Oh,
you
Sea
know,
of
and we
Thieves.
played
Can't
the
wait for
Xbox
that
multiplayer
update.
Games. It's just Halo is not that multiplayer game from Xbox.
I gotta start putting stuff on the list for this
But
month.
Speaking of Sea of Thieves, we can take a little excursion. There was a very cool tie-in announced for that.
Here we
That makes
go.
a lot of sense with the Secret of Monkey
I
Island.
gotta put that on the
It's one of those things
list.
that once you hear it out loud, you're like, of course
Yeah,
that
like,
exists.
how did this
but
not
like,
happen
Yeah,
before?
exactly.
Although there's maybe some funny business with Ron Gilbert. Apparently he wasn't involved, and maybe he's a little bit upset about that.
I'd miss that. That's a bummer.
But they got, they have the actor for Guybrush in there as well, and apparently there's supposed to be some kind of like point-and-click like puzzle solving that you're doing
Oh.
within Sea of Thieves. So
If I had all the time in the world, I
Chad,
would
I
spend
love
some of it
point and
playing
click.
Sea of Thieves because it just looks so fun, and every time they add these big expansions, they look like a blast.
I wish we could play more
In
Repella-Fella.
terms of Xbox, mascots, like what's
Chinatown
the game series that we've
Detective? Yeah,
seen
that's
at
point and
nearly
click,
every
yeah.
Xbox presentation. It's Sea of Thieves.
I mean,
Is more
it's one of those
CS2 info
games that,
confirmed? It is not.
Didn't have the best
But
launch, but now
it could happen.
They've turned the ship around, and it's in a great spot.
Plus, Rare found their way, right? It's like this is what Rare works on.
Because
But, yeah,
City
their
Skylines
reason
was
to
debuted
exist
at the
is not,
Xbox event a couple of days ago, so
Banjo-Kazooie
it could be
for 2 years,
dropped
like
here
you might
today
have thought it
too.
would
There could be more.
Back in 2000.
I
There's a
wouldn't mind
chance.
getting another,
Conquer?
I mean,
Conquer?
sure. I wouldn't mind getting a 3D platformer from Rare today. The last one they made was Nuts and Bolts.
Sure.
Which was ahead of its time because now people love that in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep. Totally.
Rare is also working on this Everwild, which is that was.
Chad,
another
what's
game.
the release date of this
I
Monkey
don't
Island thing?
know what that game is.
Missing game. I mean, Microsoft had a lot of missing games.
They did.
That's good though. That means they have a huge stock of games they can talk about next time.
What about Indiana Jones? I thought we
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
where the
new
hell's the
movie
Indiana
just about to be
Jones?
released.
That's the UB game.
No,
Yeah.
Machine Games.
Sheen games. Okay.
So there's a huge Indiana Jones game, the final farewell to Harrison Ford. Should we have a trailer for our new game when the nope.
No.
Oh, it's a
Nah,
Bethesda
don't bother.
game.
Although we gave the movie a 4 out of 10, so maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they're like, now
Maybe they're
not
separating
the time
out now. Yeah.
to remind people about Indiana
That's
Jones.
funny.
But we've talked about this before. What are they doing with the likeness and the voice in this game? What have they done in the
Oh, that's
past?
July
Has it always
20th.
Been Harrison Ford in the games?
It looks like it's July 20th
Good
for Sea of
question.
Thieves.
I mean, I've played some
I
of
don't
these
think
games,
so.
but now I can't even remember. I think it must be sound-alikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No way. He's coming back
He didn't-
again
Well, no,
for
but-
one final.
Okay.
final ride.
They've done like de-aging in the film and that sort of thing. So, I mean, with AI, who knows what the possibilities are going
100%.
forward.
They could absolutely make it sound just like with off-the-shelf stuff.
I mean,
now,
that's what-
which is like a new thing, but like that's a controversy in terms
is.
of hiring voice actors and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
It is. We're still going to hear the voice of Darth Vader as we know it well into the future. Thank you to AI.
Yep.
We're talking about Obsidian then, Outer Worlds 2. That's something else that's been missing. I think we've gotten 2 trailers for that. There was at least one from 2 summers ago. It was just a cinematic.
I mean, it's one of those sequels that I'm surprised. I really loved Outer Worlds, and I do think it caught the second life on Game Pass. But all accounts is that it wasn't a bestseller, right? Like, so it was like that sequel was announced, and everyone was kind of like pleasantly surprised, but also kind of like slightly befuddled of like,
If we
oh,
get any
look,
more City
they're giving this
Skylines
one a second
news, it'll
chance.
probably be in.
But like, it's great if you haven't played it on Game Pass, download it, play it.
The Xbox event is supposed. Oh, they've just
Yeah.
started their stream. 31 minutes.
It's
So
cool
damn
that
it, they
I think
debated
Obsidian
us again.
gets
All
to
right.
work on the games that they seem to want to work on, right?
All right.
Of
In
the- of
30
the
minutes, we will
big
know.
Studios or the Xbox Studios, Obsidian's worked on that game.
So their
that
event just
29
starts in a
that's
couple minutes.
Grounded.
right? And now they get to make a sequel to a game that they clearly really loved making.
Yeah.
And then they've got Avowed also. So it's at the very least, it's cool that they have the freedom to pursue their projects.
Cool.
Yeah, on the left
All
here.
right,
that's
so
the original
possible
cinematic
City
trailer that we got
Skylines
for Outer
news in
Worlds.
30
And on the
minutes.
right, you see
Maybe
the
not,
official
but
countdown to the Xbox games.
nobody knows.
Showcase Extended has begun. Just over 30 minutes to go.
These guest
Just
presenters on your
Xbox.
stream are all
We'll see more
lackluster.
on games
Well,
like
She-Fox and
Avowed
Bradford
Towerborne
and Jerry are all busy, so I had to hire these guys,
Dune.
whoever they
More.
are.
Now, one thing that's a little bit surprising out of this week is that there's supposedly a big Call of Duty something coming this year, even if it's not the Modern Warfare 3. It's supposed to be
Change the
a
camera
big
angle.
enough, release. to
A follow-on to Modern
follow-on
Warfare
to Modern
2
Warfare
is
2.
what we reported on.
And now we're in midway through June, and we haven't seen anything about it. Nothing from this week. I kind of thought Summer Game Fest would be the place for that.
Or Sony, right? Because Sony, I think, has had
That's true.
Call of Duty announcements before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Activision is one of those companies, kind of like Take-Two, that obviously this is not E3, but like they would sometimes show up and have a presence at those sort of bigger times of year, and then
Wait, I gotta
sometimes they
change
would-
the
they
chat
would
to
choose
live
wait and do
chat
their
so I
own
can
thing.
read Dirty's
So, you know,
messages.
they're clearly working on a different timetable. This
I swear the
year.
only person
They
who
were
gets their
never like a
messages
sure
blocked
fit.
is
Like, at
Dirty.
Ubisoft, it's like you know they're going to be here and have stuff at that same time every single year, whereas Activision is one of those ones that kind of would come and go.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, when do you think they are going to announce whatever this Call of Duty is?
I don't know. Will this, if it's not a full?
You're
thing,
waiting
it's
for a
the
No
first
No
year
One
in a
Lives
long
Forever
time that
remake?
Activision did
Ooh,
not put out
I
a
remember
full
that game.
Call of
That
well,
was a
I
good
think
game.
they're going to promote it as a full.
I think
Right.
it'll probably
they're
have the
gonna try
same
the best to make it
marketing budget.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's not going to be, as far as we know, Modern Warfare 3.
Exactly. Right. That would be interesting to see how they kind of push that out there and try to tell people that's like a full-on game. You know, especially since we haven't heard anything about it. Like normally we would get a tease around April, May, you know, and then do we even know the studio that's working on it? Like they have that rotating studio cycle between
No,
Raven,
I don't.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, I meant to look into that because I'm a little confused about who's going to be working on it. It kind of reminds me of what was the Halo Between game, like Orbital Shock, ODST.
ODST.
Right.
Yeah, it could be something like that, which is a totally fun campaign for a shooter, and then it updated the multiplayer, but you know.
I mean, you know, that franchise sort of hit a low point before they brought back Modern Warfare, and then Modern Warfare
I know,
revitalized it,
Warzone.
and it's
Aren't
kinda
you
back
excited,
I'm about
Chad,
to say
for
bigger than ever. I
another
know
Call
that's
of
literally
Duty?
True, but like it's back and very, very popular and beloved again. But it's the Warzone platform has continuity game to game, and then we're backing away from single player campaigns. Oh, never mind. Like, you know, we are going to give people a single player campaign, and so like I can respect Activision and those sort of rotating Call of Duty studios for kind of taking a breath and taking a beat and like figuring out. Like I have to imagine that they're kind of laying out like the next 5+ years of Call of Duty kind of right now. But like Warzone is very, very popular. Then it's also a little
Not
bit
in
of
the
a victim
slightest?
of its own
What?
success of it makes it.
Don't you guys want to
slightly
play the same
weird
game
and
that we've been
challenging for
playing
them to
since
sort of
2008?
sell a
Come on,
$70
Chad.
Call of Duty game to consumers every year.
Yeah.
Right. Especially with Warzone still existing,
Ah, well.
and that just carries on
Some
regardless.
of the Call of
what
Duties haven't
Call
been
of
that
Duty's
bad.
out that year.
I missed the
It's
first
interesting.
Warzone though. I liked
They have to
robbing
announce it at some
banks.
point, and
That was fun.
if it's going to be out in October or November, you think it'd be about time that they want to start getting the word out about that. EA has Immortals of Avium, which is coming out next month, and that's their first-person single-player spell shooter. But after that, I don't think we know what they have. I mean, we know that the stuff that they're working on, but we don't know what's coming this fall, aside from their annualized sports games. Because we didn't get anything from Dragon Age, Mass Effect, their Iron Man game.
Which I completely forgot about.
Oh,
They
yeah.
also have Skate.
Oh yeah.
The reboot of Skate that's
Yeah,
already been announced.
that's true.
All games I'm looking forward to. Too.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I can't believe we haven't heard from BioWare in so long, and there wasn't a little opportunity to show a little bit of what one of these games are. But things are changing. I think people, are still doing the teases that Justin was talking about, which is like the flash of the logo.
Hey, how come the guy has on the right side hasn't said anything?
It's crazy.
Let him talk.
know the
I want
Dragon
to
Age
hear
is
from the
coming
guy on the right.
first, or at least we.
And we've seen Dragon Age trailers too.
Right.
It's just then there was nothing for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, and I know that
Oh, yeah,
fan
what the hell
reaction
happened to Dragon
Inquisition
Age?
is kind of mixed. I love.
I mean, it was our
Dragon
game of
Age
the year.
Inquisition. It was IGN's game of the year over Shadow of Mordor, which even that was like a little bit of a maybe unpopular choice. But for me, I thought Inquisition was incredible, and I'm so excited that the tease that we saw.
He's
from
an
Dragon
AI?
Age, however many years ago it was, seemed like it was a direct story continuation from
What?
that, which I didn't expect. I kind of expected them to reboot it.
The guy on
but,
the far right of the screen is an
bringing back all
AI?
that Dread Wolf storyline stuff. Like I hope they didn't back away from that. So that keeps
No, he's
the
not. Chad,
Justin
you're
hype
trolling me.
level incredibly high for that game. But we'll see.
Matt, are you a BioWare fan? Are you
I've not
looking
played.
forward to all this?
I'm looking forward to eventually playing these games and then being excited for the new ones.
Okay.
They're long games. They're hundreds and hundreds of
Sure.
hours long. I think it is interesting about Dragon Age though, in that for like Fable, for example, right? We get one trailer a year during these summer events, and that's like a reminder that hey, Fable's still in development, right? But like for Dragon Age, we've gotten developer updates like fairly consistently all throughout last year on Dread Wolf, and then you reach this sort of big event season and it's just not there, and we know they're working.
Happy
on it.
Kitty Day? Yeah, isn't it
Talk
like
about it semi-regularly.
National Adopt a Kitty
Now,
Month or
Sam.
something?
Halo
know.
not being mentioned at all at Microsoft is about as surprising as Hideo Kojima
Yep,
not being
being at
mentioned
Sony.
at Summer Game Fest.
I complete or at Summer Game Fest. Yeah. I think that's really funny, and you know, I'm really excited for a Death Stranding 2, and then whatever else he's working on. Like that's the kind of thing where you think like he'd just come on and show something weird on.
Yeah, I
that
want Death
show.
Stranding
You know,
2, damn
maybe
it.
We'll be seeing that at Game Awards, but.
Yeah, I mean, I just know
Kojima,
you're.
he's been tweeting like crazy.
Yeah.
Have we all been seeing this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe drunk tweeting.
It's like he's revealing
Drunk
all of this
tweeting.
semi-obvious stuff about Metal Gear and some stuff that's like kind of behind the scenes and interesting. So while this Metal Gear stuff is clearly spinning out of his control in the realm of publishing games,
Well.
he's still owning the creative, control over
Yeah, that's true.
us talking about Metal Gear.
I know you're also a big fan of Death Stranding, so
Heck yeah.
Were you disappointed you didn't get anything else about
Yeah,
Death
I
Stranding?
mean,
2?
I was hoping. See, Death Stranding, had the longest.
You want to see Hideo
tease
Kojima in Dead
of
by
weird
Daylight? That
stuff
would be
Any
genius.
game's ever had, and I didn't care at all.
That'd be
Metal Gear
awesome.
fans loved it, and Kojima fans loved it, and they really ate it up. So I thought like there'd at least be that campaign again.
Yeah.
That was like the craziest couple of years of breakdowns, and everybody was wrong in the end, and that's great. But maybe we're not going to get that with this game.
But we did get the first non-Kojima Strand type game, which is Baby Steps.
Baby steps.
Strand, yeah.
Totally.
So it's go watch the trailer if you haven't seen it, everybody.
That's a funny one. Okay, the Xbox Extended Showcase is still to come, but we need to take a quick break. IGN Summer of Gaming will return shortly.
IGN Summer of Gaming is presented by Immortals of Avium, available July 20th on PC, PS5,
Yeah, I
and
turned
Xbox
on live
Series
chat.
X
I
and
got
S.
it. Will City Skylines be on PS5? I think so, yeah. Now, PS4, I don't know. I don't know about previous gen consoles. I don't know. I hope not. Sucks to say it, but if we keep these older consoles alive with newer
Behind
games,
every game,
we're gonna have to like
movie,
hold
and
the
TV
quality
show
back a
you
little
love
bit.
is a
I don't
wild,
like that.
crazy, and sometimes unbelievable
We got to step
story.
forward.
No one is just black and white.
From revealing the secrets behind your favorite franchises to solving a legendary video game.
What upcoming
mystery,
game am I most excited for?
IGN Inside Stories
Well,
gives
probably
you a
ones
peek
that I
behind the
either
curtain.
haven't seen much of or that are unannounced, because I'm sure there's something out there that's going to blow my
Join us
mind.
as we dive into
Like there was a
hyper-dedicated fan
Czechoslovakia
bases,
like
worldwide
post World War
phenomenons, and the
One
most
game out there called like I think The
incredible
Last
tales,
Train or
games,
something, and I was like,
entertainment.
ooh, what the hell is this? And it looked to be a little bit like this War of Mine, where you have to manage the
Inside
train and
Stories.
resources on the train, kind
Available
of like that.
now only
But it also
on
had
IGN.
first or RTS like top-down elements to it. So I want there to be I want games that I have no idea that exist to just be like, oh damn, and like never heard of it, and then I can put it on my list and get excited for it. Because sometimes, like they mentioned before, games get announced like Perfect Dark and a new Dragon Age and stuff, and then they don't ever touch on it again. And like you never see anything for it. Either it secretly dies or it just gets delayed, which is fine. But then it's like, all right, don't delay. Give them more time than they need, and don't announce things 14 years before they come out. Just wait until they're very close to being done. A couple months away, and then drop, a trailer or something, and then make sure that the game is like more than ready to like meet the deadline.
Follow us.
I mean,
Or don't.
we've gotten to the point now where like they're showing you what the game. It's like, dude, we're making this game, but they have it's like a chef telling you what's on the menu, and yet there's no food
a 16v16 PvP
in the kitchen.
medieval fantasy game. A charge into epic battles as one
It's like,
of
oh yeah,
6
dude, I'm gonna
different
make this.
character
Dude, this is
classes
gonna be the
work together
greatest
as a team to dominate the
like
battlefield and
steak and
awaken the
potatoes you've
power
ever
of the
had. It's like,
immortal
cool, can't
to
wait
turn
for
the
it.
tides of war
And then like
yourself. Now, wishlist the
it's
game
been
on
45
Steam
minutes and he
and
hasn't
games
left to
for
go to the
free
grocery store
during
yet
Steam Next
or to
Fest
buy
on
any
June
food. It's like, hey, when is that
Let's
coming?
take a
Oh,
look.
dude, we're gonna need to delay the menu, but hey, it's gonna be awesome. Then by the time it's done, you just get like a soup with like half an onion in it. It's like, yeah, well, it's got some of the flavors of what we promised, but now it's a soup now. So you shouldn't have delayed, and you shouldn't, you should have been ready in advance. I don't know. Popsicle shirt? I'm gonna put that on Sheepfox. She's got to give me the popsicle shirt. hell is this?
I am magic itself.
Ooh, cool. Cannons. Yeah, I would love to see some sort of other Star Wars game that's not like a third-person adventure. Some sort of building game or a management game, something like that. But hey, now that we're getting a, Star Wars game is called Outlaw, or Outlaws, now it means it opens the door to Star Wars games that are not that.
Showcase. In just a moment, we'll talk about who's had the best showcase of the week so far here on Summer of Gaming. But first, let's talk about Nintendo and how quiet Nintendo has been. Not only did they not have their own sort of direct event this week, they didn't show up at Summer Game Fest, whereas they have in the past. They didn't have anything to show. I don't know, Sam, you think it's just because they're riding high? They've got Tears of the Kingdom out there. Quite possibly Game of the Year, remains to be seen, but
Star Wars base builder, that'd be cool.
I think that's part of it. They have announced some.
I feel like if we got a Star Wars base builder though, they would try to make it like a mobile game. They would try to make it like
and I would hope.
You remember that Fallout game that was like Fallout Bunker Builder or whatever it was called?
The Nintendo Direct alignment.
Where you got to be the overseer. They would do something like that, where it's like, oh, the Empire's out of energy, but for $4.99.
That used to be a June
get you a little bit more.
And so that's why it's just like a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, like Fallout Shelter.
Pikmin, and then nothing. So
we don't know. Yeah.
We have to know what's coming out. And believe me, like if it was just Tears of the Kingdom DLC, we would all eat that up and enjoy it, right? Yeah. So that would be really cool too. And I think before the end of the year, there's a good chance that we might get that. So that's going to be announced at some point.
Yeah, I'm definitely sad to not have Nintendo.
I don't want to support terrorism on this channel, so
they're always a nice.
I'm gonna hide that Comcast logo behind me.
Look, I'm a big boy. I like mature games as much as the next guy, but that balance of Nintendo shows us something family friendly and for everyone, and a new Mario, and then that contrast.
Imagine a military base build that you play in Star Wars. Yeah, something like Evil Genius or one military camp, something like that.
Nintendo is at its highest high maybe ever in the company's 100+ year history. They have the second biggest animated movie of all time ever made. They have Tears of the Kingdom, which is overwhelmingly going to be the best-selling Zelda game. I think it's going to eclipse
Star Wars
Breath of the Wild,
XCOM.
which was already
yeah, hopefully we can get more and more Star Wars away from EA, so other people can make Star Wars games. They don't all have to be like AAA massive games like Star Wars Fallen Order or Survivor.
Yeah, I mean from that perspective, they absolutely do not have to be here. They are riding that Tears of the Kingdom wave as much as they can, and then they'll regroup and in the fall, and we'll find out what they've got coming in the wintertime.
I mean, the other subtext here is that there continues to be persistent rumors of new Switch, new hardware, and there's definitely, and this is not me, this is just me speculating for me.
Maybe we'll get like a Total War.
There's a balancing act of when you can announce.
What if Total War made an official Star Wars game?
Nintendo Switch anymore, right? So
that'd be amazing. Total War Star Wars. That would be cool. Total War Empire at War, something like that.
It's feeling more and more like it's time because they've got Tears of the Kingdom out the door. That was their launch game, so they've
that would be amazing.
Ginded maybe the light
Star Wars Dynasty Warriors.
Coming back to Gamescom, and then their own in-person event in September. That there's some reason they want to get people in person to get their hands on something.
I'm just saying it'd be great to see somebody what other people come up with.
So it's
and things that are not necessarily Jedi.
Or NVIDIA chip
I do like the fact that they're making the Outlaws
they
one.
have to do something new soon.
A little different. It's cool to see something in that universe that's not that.
We don't know what they have software-wise.
Like the movies.
Yeah, and I can legitimately to emphasize my point from earlier. I can see them saving stuff so they have a good announcement, situation for their show this fall. If they have so much there, then people will be really happy, and I think that would be an interesting way to save us some summer announcements.
Yeah, speaking of saving stuff so that you have enough to show, maybe someone at Capcom would have thought of that. And I love Capcom. I don't want to beat up on Capcom, but
maybe a little.
Of the showcases over the past week, I think the Capcom one was, it's become an internet cliche to say that could have been an email. But
first-person R-type game.
It's funny because we were just not really criticizing, but commenting on Microsoft not having Master Chief at all in their presentation, their famous helmet. They did have Mega Man in this, to their credit, but it was for the craziest amalgamation mobile PC game ever.
Free-to-play mobile PC game.
That was where my interest peaked, and we're talking about mid-nap.
It's like Capcom, you didn't have to be here. You didn't
Anytime
have
you
to,
see
and,
like
Capcom
a
was
mobile
business-
game, it's
I
like
don't know
you
that
know
they're
you're not going to get
all-time
any
high like
story or
Nintendo
like a
is, but they're in a
satisfying
good
experience.
business, right?
They may as well be making like a pachinko game or like a puzzle that you can buy.
One of the best and most reliable third-party publishers. It's just hit after
Oh, you
hit.
want to see
Street Fighter's
Lord of the
doing
Rings
Their
Total
games are
War?
selling
Oh,
more
that'd
than
be
ever.
cool.
Monster Hunter World is a huge
Yeah, I'd like to
success,
see
and all
official
the
games
Resident
too.
Evils have
Like
been
mods
great,
and
so
stuff
yeah,
are cool, but it is nice
Just
when they
tell
get
us what
official.
Resident Evil you're doing next. That's what I want to know.
If you're gonna have a showcase during this week, I guess I just would have expected they would have
Banished
had something a little
2.
bit more substantial.
I do think Dragon's Dogma 2 looks really cool.
I think it looks very cool too. Yeah. I don't know if it's
It's
enough
nice
to
though
carry
that
it.
Banished
Exo
redefined
Primal,
city builders to be much more
trying.
gritty
Yeah,
and
They're really trying.
honestly, I feel
It
like
was weird, at Summer Game
Banished
Fest,
paved
they
the way
showed
for
that,
games like
these Street Fighter characters are
Frostpunk,
gonna
where
be
it
in
wasn't
there.
necessarily
But then in their
Sim
own
City and
showcase,
like
they didn't
building
even mention that, even though they
functioning
had a deep
modern
dive
day
on
cities,
Exo Primal. They showed a very
but like
long
building very
roadmap
desperate,
for what they have
gritty
planned for that game. So they're hoping the game's gonna have legs.
survival
I don't
city
know
builders,
that
more
would be true.
resource
It
based
might have
too.
little tiny arms.
It has all the T-Rexes.
But of course, before them was Anno, but Banished just kind of hit people a little different.
Serious portal into their world to invade them, and it looks absolutely.
Yeah, Banished was simple but effective. Yeah, so it was a lot more.
Okay, actually, I will try this out.
Yeah. Yeah, it really works.
Yeah, it kind of does work.
Banished was just more.
It's like their Earth Defense Force.
I don't know.
Instead of swarms of giant
Like you
bugs,
say,
it's swarms of
simple, but
dinosaurs,
yeah,
which isn't a
it's like
bad
it wasn't overwhelmingly
idea. It's just
huge.
kind of- it's just a strange idea.
It wasn't
for
a
Capcom.
long, massive game you had to play. It was just
And,
fun to
what
like
else did they have? They
randomly
had,
create
a
a
new Ace Attorney
landscape and then
collection,
try to just
which I
build
am
stuff in
excited
it and see if your
Yeah,
city
which
would
I'm
survive.
excited for, except I just bought all those games once the eShop shut down, and it's like I think they timed that on purpose. It's like I either tracked them down on the eShop, them in Layton.
Star Wars
or I bought
Hut
them on eBay
Chef,
in
yeah,
some
a
instances.
Star Wars cooking game
Should've waited.
where you have to
I
go
would
around
add
the galaxy
Resident
getting
Evil
ingredients for
to
a
our
big old
list.
party that Jabba
Like,
the
there's
Jabba's
either
hosting.
a numbered game coming
Be
out,
awesome.
or there's a remake.
Have I ever
coming
played
out.
Gothic?
And this
I
is the
don't
instance
think
which
so.
I know this drives
I don't
people
think I
crazy,
have.
and we make fun of it a lot. But like, if they just showed me the logo,
Oh, yeah.
I would at least know how to plan the next.
Yeah,
couple
some of those city builders are annoying when somebody
I
dies of
get so
starvation
excited
and
for
yet
this
you have
game,
like
especially
10,000 bread. It's
What-
like
I mean,
Steve
can you
died.
believe
Then you
that
got to
game
figure
came
out.
out this
That's
year
when you
and
learn
it's
like,
so amazing and
oh,
now-
he
yeah.
works way
It's
too
just been
far
an
from his
amazing year for
house.
games
So
for us to
after
not be talking about
after he
that
was
every
done
day
with
still.
work, he had to go home and died of starvation on the
Took a
commute
Zelda
home.
to make us stop talking
I
about
know.
it.
Banished was
They
like that,
totally
where it was
did.
like, oh, that's a
What do you think
thing.
is gonna be next for Resident Evil then? Do you think they do Code Veronica? Do you think they do Resident Evil 5?
I think it's one.
But they've already remade it.
Yeah, but who
But
cares?
Remake
remake
it
games
in the
over and
RE.
over again.
Remake it in the RE engine.
Yeah, yeah, it needs to have the
So it's
full
like
2, 3.
so you could
What
play the
Resident
whole
Evil are they
series
going
up
to remake
before,
next?
and
I
then
think
like
they
sort
should
of-
Yes,
stop
and
remaking
behind the
Resident Evil
shoulder
for a
is
bit
really
and do
important.
Dino
Shooting is
Crisis.
important. I mean, the remake did not.
I think
have
they
to
should
do
do
that.
a
It's just
Dino
it was
Crisis
same
remake
camera angles,
of the
it would
original,
basically get
and then
extended
do like
version
Resident Evil
because
Code
of the, you know,
Veronica.
like, it's
That'd be
low
cool.
res and looks
Yeah.
weird. I don't want.
And I
that
think Code
game
Veronica
again.
should be
I
much
want,
different than the
the
original.
story told with just a lot of like cool third person, you know.
You want me to do a live stream of SimCity 4? We try to get 1 million people.
Yeah,
we've done
I think Sam
SimCity
convinced
4
me.
before.
I
SimCity
was
4 is
like, oh,
great.
no, I
Even
don't
to
think
this
so,
day,
but then
it's
like, no,
really
it
such a
makes every
pinnacle
good point,
game.
so, yeah.
Well, I
mean,
always
I'm
like
glad
the
that SimCity 4 was
mansion
so
as being
impactful
a
that I still
system
think of it even when I'm
interconnecting
playing
rooms
City
and puzzles,
Skylines
which I think
or
they did really
SimCity
well with
2013.
2 and 3 a little bit. Also, like I love that type of Resident Evil, and 4 is not that, right? 4 is like you get that in
Yeah,
the
Dino
castle,
Crisis can
and
be a
then you do
real.
bunch of
Dino
other stuff,
Crisis
then
is
you're
a
in,
very
you know,
scary
it's
game.
like, but the rest of it is kind
Just
of
as
around.
much
Yeah,
as
there's the whole lake, huge
yeah,
open
because like when
area.
you'd open a door and
They
there'd
do
just be a
some
bunch of
military
dinosaurs
shooter
walking
stuff.
around. It was like, oh
I've
damn.
always had a soft spot for Zero, which feels like it's kind of forgotten.
That's a good point.
Would it be a good one to
um,
remake?
You know, and so maybe bringing that one back could be fun.
Yeah, I never even played that one actually, so that'd be a good opportunity to do that. Okay, so it seems like we're all generally in agreement that Xbox had the best showing this week. We really like Star Wars Outlaws and Starfield.
You know, maybe we'll see another
looking
park
ahead now,
builder
now we've
game or
got,
something like
we
that.
know some release dates.
I'd like to see some more park
big games
builders.
that are coming up next year and the year after that. Sam, what would you say like are the most exciting things you're looking forward to playing over the next year or so?
How was the
some of
cringe
them
so far?
actually weren't
Meh,
after the
zero.
show.
These guys
I
are
really
just
wanna
kind of
see
like
the Marvel games. Like I
talking
wanna
about
see,
random
like
games
Wolverine,
and stuff
for
they want to
example.
see.
Like,
Same thing we're
those are
doing.
some
That was a
missing ones
big
we're
missing
excited
one.
for. So I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to see that. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I think that if we had to vote on like kind of
at this point, I just want to see more gameplay of games that we saw teased, like Space Truck or Star Truck or whatever it is, and
both of those just
what was that other game? Toxic Commando. Although
to be excited for it at this point,
that's the thing about like little teaser trailers telling you that something exists is that
I know that's a little basic.
By the time you forget about it, 6 months to a year could pass, and then you see the gameplay, and you're like, oh.
Yes.
Justin, how about
and
you?
it could be
I mean,
something
we're such, like,
completely
goldfish
different.
that, like, even
Any mention
as
of
I'm
Toxic
sitting
Commando?
here,
Not
I'm
yet,
like,
but if they
oh,
showed
yeah,
some
we saw
gameplay
Final
of that,
Fantasy
that'd be
VII
great.
Remake Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
You see,
we saw
this
Spider-Man,
extended
but that was like,
showcase
oh,
really
that was 5
is.
days ago. Who can
I think
possibly remember
Xbox
that?
should have added more to
you
their
know, I like
Starfield
that
event, because
Spider-Man
when
sort
we
of
were
like
watching the
like I said, I
Xbox
gave him
/Starfield event,
credit earlier in the
they
show for
showcased a
showing
lot of great
long,
games,
broken chunks of
including City
gameplay,
Skylines, and then they kind of just
long
stopped
look at
announcing new games and then
Spider-Man
just focused on Starfield
you
for
know,
like
it's sort of
45 minutes,
confirmed where
and then that was the end. And it's like,
gamers everywhere
I feel like they could have
collectively
did
were
at
like,
least
yep,
an
looks
hour and
great.
a half of new
You know,
stuff
let's
and
go.
then
Like, I
40
don't really
minutes
need
of.
to know
I mean,
much
I
more
would have
than
sat
that.
through a 2.5 hour
So,
two and a half
very,
hours
very
of just
excited
new
for
game,
Spider-Man.
new
I mean,
game, new
nothing's
game,
gonna eclipse
or
Starfield
extended
as
looks
my
at
game of
games.
show.
Totally fine with that.
You know, but I thought Spider-Man and
But
Final
I mean, they gave
Fantasy VII
Starfield like a
Remake
mega
Rebirth,
extendo.
Like, I don't think it's a spoiler at this point.
really covered that
it was
like
a little
crazy.
bit of a spoiler for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Do I have any
and
recommendations
it
for a
was
city
sort
builder
of revealed it's
game
not
to
actually
someone
a
new to
remake,
the
but it's
genre?
in another timeline and is sort of a different. It
Yeah, I think
almost
City
kind of follows
Skylines, the
events of
original, is
Final Fantasy
fine.
VII, and they
That's a
seem to
great
be really
city builder.
leaning into that for Rebirth. And
Some are a
the
little more
twists on
advanced,
the
but I'd
story
say
and
just
how it's gonna be different
start out
this
with
time
City
around than it
Skylines
was the first
vanilla,
time
and if you
around.
really like it, get it on
You know,
sale,
it's
and if you
almost
really
the-
like it, then
the sort of
start
time-traveling
grabbing some of the
Avengers
DLCs,
endgame of
or
Final Fantasy VII,
wait
and
until
that,
October
to me, is just
when
so
City
clever and
Skylines
so
2 comes
smart.
out,
And what a
and get
clever
started
way
with
to
that
tell
one.
this story
And that might
again,
be a
but
little
then
less
still keep people
complicated
on the
because there
hook
won't
like
be
you
any
don't know if
mods,
events
and
are
it'll
gonna play
be
out the
fresh
same
and new,
way.
and there won't be a
And they
ton of
really
DLCs, so you won't have to
leaned
feel like
into
you
that
have
with
to
this
like
trailer
catch
for
up
Rebirth of
and rush.
how things
Everybody
are
will be
different than
playing,
they were
everyone will
last
be
time
new.
around. And to me, that's
Although
like-
the coolest thing about a new
it-
City
it
Skylines is
turned
that,
something that I was
as
not
I
that
mentioned
excited
in our
about to being
overview
like, oh
video
my
a
God,
couple
this is
days ago,
perfect. Like, I love
everybody
it. So,
who has played City
and then the
Skylines,
open world stuff looks
all
obviously
those
really
skills
gorgeous
from
too.
playing the
So,
original City Skylines will
you
go
know,
into
for
City
me, those are my
Skylines
big
2.
3 coming out of this event.
So
is
all the
Starfield,
ways
Final
that
Fantasy
you've learned how to build a city in City Skylines,
as
and
the-
like
as the dust
the
settles,
differences
what are you
between a
looking forward to over the
gridiron
next
city
year or
versus
so?
roundabouts
I think,
and stuff
yeah,
like
I think
that.
definitely, like,
You'll kind of know
all
what will be
eyes
more
on
effective.
Starfield for me, you know, like they came in, they really
Also,
had to
Chad,
make
if you have a
this one
PS5, the
work, and
Final
convince people
Fantasy
that Starfield is
16
everything
demo
that
is
we were
out.
waiting for,
If
and
you want to play Final Fantasy
they
16,
delivered,
there's
they
also
showed it
Life
off,
of
and now
P
all I
demo
can really
out
think
too.
about is, like, I don't even remember
That's a good
the
one.
release dates for the other games. All I know is
Heard some people
September,
saying it was
Starfield.
popping.
And I like September's actually kind of soon,
Yeah.
right? Like there's an art to, like, you know, if it was like the last week in November, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of far away. But like September's like right around the corner.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it. For me, it's also Starfield in September, and then in October there's a bunch of games coming out. Spider-Man 2, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I'll definitely play. There's
Chat,
Lords
I
of the
only see
Fallen, which we
myself being
didn't
able to
see,
leave the
that I
house
was missing.
early July,
But I think
and
the
then
game I'm most
August.
looking forward to in October
Seems
is
like
the game that we
late
haven't mentioned
July,
yet, and that's Alan Wake 2.
and then
Yeah.
pretty much
They're
all
going
of
full
September,
survival horror.
October, and November
And
is just
it's
going to be
out
new
during
games or
Halloween
time to play
season,
new
which is always
games.
fun.
But missing
If you're planning
the
a
target.
vacation,
It missed
first
the
half
target.
of July and
There's a Friday
August
the
is all you got
13th.
left for this year
You
to
will not
travel.
let this go.
Other
Yeah,
than
that's
that,
the
you
other
got a
hill I'm gonna die
hardcore
on.
game for the rest of the
Perfect
year.
arc.
I thought the Alan Wake 2 gameplay went pretty hard. Like I don't know what people expected, but for my
Oh, yeah, they showed
expectations,
some
I was
Alan
like,
Wake
whoa,
2,
damn,
that looked
all
cool.
right. Like it really wowed me. I mean, I'm not a big survival horror guy, but you know.
Yeah,
it
I've
was-
seen
it was
some
a
Kerbal
great
Space
showing.
Program too.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna
heard
be
from a lot of
super
people I
cool.
should just hold
The-
off.
The foliage is so dense. in
And,
New
I would
Forest
like
that
to
you're
wait
exploring here,
until
and
that has-
the leaves blowing on
is
the
more
ground. There's just
solid
so
and to
many
play
nice little
multiplayer.
details. It's a very, very pretty
It's
game.
horrifying. The lighting is so good.
Are
and
Starfield and No Man's Sky similar?
it's
Yeah,
using
very
the
much so.
Resident Evil
At least in terms of
formula,
the planet
It is, yeah,
exploration.
it just
And I
seems
like
they
that. I like
have
the
taken some
exploration in No
inspiration from
Man's Sky.
modern Resident Evil
Although I
games.
feel like in
And
No
there's
Man's
I
Sky,
think they call
the
it a
moment I
wound
land on a
system,
planet
because
and
when
look
you
around a
shoot
bit, I
enemies,
already
their-
want to leave.
The fabric of their clothes will flap, their skin will.
There's
will
really
fall
not
off
a
and break
lot
apart, and it
to
gets
like.
pretty
I don't
gory,
really stay on a
which I
planet
like.
too long
I
in
love
No
all that
Man's
stuff.
Sky.
And then San Andreas
However,
is a
I
mine
say that
palace
because I played the
gameplay mechanic.
expeditions, which
No,
pretty
but
much
you're-
requires
you
leave
play
once
as
you're
two
done.
different characters this time, and the FBI detective detective Saga, she can go into her mind palace and look at she has like a clues board where she's like trying to solve the mystery of the
I'm
case,
excited.
and you can sort of associate different clues
wanna
together
play.
and try to.
So that's
piece
like
the puzzle
like
together.
when they try to put Batman detective stuff in the game. They're like, well, you got to remember, this is not just a shooty detective; it's a detective.
Yeah, exactly.
To solve something.
Yeah. And then you play. There's some sort of a way that you play two different characters, and you have control in the order.
Will you do a
play
stream
them.
from the plane
Both
to
have their own
Sweden?
Story. You can just sort of choose to jump back and forth.
No,
between
it'll
stuff
just be a
once.
ton of background
They're doing
noise
some
and
interesting stuff with it. It looks awesome.
No.
It looks spooky.
I'm not gonna stream a flight.
Matt, does this do anything for you?
Oh yeah. I'm glad you brought it up. Like I love survival horror games. I really like the first.
Like
Alan
maybe I
Wake.
could be like that
really
one
looking
channel.
forward to it.
What's it called?
Like, I was a big
Bacon
proponent for
something.
when we
The guy
got
who
our
travels
Lightyear
all around
a couple
Asia.
years back.
and
I'm
reviews
so
like
excited for
vending
Hellblade 2.
machine
They
meals.
are-
Be
they
like,
are
wow,
speaking
I've
my
got
language with all the like true survival horror stuff,
chicken
you know? It's not
pasta.
just the-
Wow, look at
the
it. Look
mind
at how
palace thing, you know?
bland
It
and
is
white
the
it looks.
limited
Wow.
ammo, the you're really struggling for health kind of stuff. You have.
I would
to
like to do that though.
find
You know,
limited
I'd
light
like to
sources
mix the
keep
channel up a
safe,
little bit
all
and
that
not
stuff.
only just show games, but also like going to gaming events
There
and
was,
stuff.
there's
Although
also in September there
I
is
don't know.
Mortal Kombat
I'd rather
1,
stay home and play
which
the
is gonna be
games.
a huge game.
Oh yeah.
And we got, we saw, got to see some really fun.
Like all I
fatalities in
need
that.
is
They
a
introduced
demo
new
or like a
cameo
game. Like
mechanic where you
I
choose
either
a
need
second,
like
assist
early
fighter
access
to
to a
come in and
game or a
join them.
demo, and then
Do
just
you
let me
think,
play.
though, that
Like that's.
because it's such a known
I don't know why I
quantity,
would need
that
to
it's
travel
kind
to.
of like
Like I'd
Assassin's
love to
Creed
go to
Mirage, you're like, okay,
Gamescom
that looks fun,
once
I'll play that, but it's a
in
little bit
Germany
less
just to
exciting
say I
than some of
went,
the
but
other new games.
I'd just stay
I mean,
home
I
and
like
like
that it's a reboot,
just
and I
email
like
me.
that and not that I'm like deeply invested.
Email
in
me a
Mortal
key or
Kombat
something or
lore,
whatever,
but, like,
or
you
early
know,
access
how many
or
times
something.
can we see like Sub-Zero and Scorpion like they're mortal enemies?
Raptor
and they
really
told
likes
that
City
story 10
Skylines. He's
times now,
happy.
and then, like,
I'm very
these
excited for it.
twists of,
I'm
like,
really happy
characters
to
that were
see that
enemies and
City
now
Skylines
brothers,
turned
and,
out to be
like, it
a
actually
pretty darn
seems to
good
be getting a
game,
reboot in an interesting
and that
way of,
everybody's
like,
excited for the
you know,
next one.
remixing.
I think there'll be a little bit of
and I'm only talking
disappointment.
about the
People will be
story 'cause I'm
bummed
not
out about a
fighting
few
the game guy,
things,
so,
but
like
you
I
know,
can't speak to like
there'll be
the
some things that they
gameplay
want that
details that we saw.
just don't get there at
but,
launch. That will
you know,
eventually
it
be a
felt like the
DLC
right way
or
to do a reboot to me and sort of freshen up a franchise that's been around,
mods.
gosh, what I don't know, 30 years.
Yeah.
So, and at
The
the
fast
same
food
still
place
as
Max
everything
in
at
Sweden
home.
has the
It's
best
incredible.
nugs. Yeah, Max crispy
I'm
fries.
definitely excited for it. Looks great.
Max, I've been to Max a few times. I like
we've been
Max.
here over the past week
Actually,
covering
that'll
all
be
these
on my
big
to-do
announcements.
list when I go to Sweden. Will be to
haven't
go to
gotten
Max.
Justin's take on this one yet. I need to know what Justin thought of Pal World.
I mean,
the Give the Pokemon Guns game.
It's impossible.
Oh
like,
yeah, the
trailer
Pokemon
is
Gums
so,
game.
And like they knew what they
Hey,
were
here it
doing
is,
with
chap.
that
4
trailer.
minutes away from this
Of,
Xbox
like, these
event. Let's
moments
go.
Of, like these cute, cuddly animals, and then there's
All right, forget these guys. We're gonna go to the main. We're gonna go to the main event now. For these guys. All right, cool. Let's go to the main thing now. I'll zip down here. Cool. Now, overall, though, another good year of games, though. Like, we're certainly getting a lot of game announcements that are interesting. And now it's going to be about, like, which ones they deliver on. I think that might be why a lot of people are excited for City Skylines, is that City Skylines really did deliver very well. What's better, Raptor, Wendy's or McDonald's? I mean, if I had to choose, I'd go right into a Wendy's, if those were my two options. How many countries have you been to? Canada, Japan, Denmark, Sweden, Germany, the Netherlands. Did I mention Canada? Pretty cool. I gotta go on some more lists though. I might have to leave chat. You might have to do some of the gaming for me. You guys might have to buy some games and play them yourselves. Oh no. Oh, you might have to join in on the fun, chat, while I'm away. You should visit Canada. Yeah, I want to take my friend Elmox. You know, Elmox and Uthris are two big train guys. And I would love to travel with them just to go on a fun train trip. Where we just get, we just get on a train in one city and just ride for a couple of days. And then, go through some beautiful landscapes, have a nice meal on the train, and then fly home or something like that. It'd be fun. Alright, so if you're just joining us, we're about less than 2 minutes away from the Xbox Game Showcase Extended. This is going to feature games that weren't at the main Xbox event, and this could really show some things that we did not see before at the event, because most of it was Starfield towards the end. Or expand upon games we've already seen, perhaps Frostpunk 2, City Skylines 2. It's possible, maybe unlikely, but I didn't expect that we were going to get a cool new Star Wars game like Star Wars Outlaws that looks pretty cool, and I certainly didn't expect to see City Skylines 2 at the Xbox event. I thought that would have been on Sunday, and I thought we would get to see more gameplay of Frostpunk 2, and I don't think we'll see that here today, but who knows? Like, let's just be hopeful. The door's open. Anything can happen. Be pretty cool. Mads, thank you very much for the 26 months as a Raptor Egg. Thank you guys for all your memberships again. Dr. Mysteries, Holly, Andrew T, and Mads, thank you guys for your memberships today. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate it. City Skylines 2, please. All right, well, smash like. 1 like equals 1 luck for seeing more City Skylines. And if we get to 500 likes in this stream, I'm going to do a giveaway of some more games on the Discord today. So smash like. I'll put a reminder in the chat. Because, of course, all your likes help that algorithm to show people the channel. And we get more Raptorians here as Raptoria continues to grow. Let's go. Let's go. Raptor, what was the name of the game about the Baba Yaga house? I think that was called Redka. R-E-T-K-A? Or Rekka? I think it was Rekka. R-E-K-A, I think. That one looked cool. You get to build a house, and then your base will move around like on the back of a chicken. That one looked cool. I think that looks like a more gritty Among Trees, but like based in Slavic lore, which is really cool. All right, here we go. It begins. What do we have? What is this?
So who's the angel, who's the devil, though? That's the real question between Solomon and Johnny.
I'd like to think I'm always
more Cyberpunk stuff. More Keanu, hell yeah. More Cyberpunk, what is it, Phantom Liberty? Actually, there's a bunch of other games. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got. Starfield, great. Haven't seen this one before. Can my PC run City Skylines 2, or will you need to upgrade some parts? It probably can, but I'm going to be upgrading my PC this year regardless, so. I'll be planning my PC out probably next week. Oh, hell yeah. Sea of Thieves, let's go. Hey, City Skylines. Yeah, Dune. But that's an update for Microsoft Flight Sim that'll be free. So you can fly the Omnithopter in Dune, in Microsoft Flight Sim and fly around Dune. Oh yeah, Payday 3 confirmed, yep. Xbox.
Welcome to the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. My name is Tina Amini, and I'm here to dive a little bit more into the games you saw at our recent Xbox Games Showcase.
Let's go.
Showcase featured 27 ambitious games, all coming to Xbox. Games like Clockwork Revolution from inXile Entertainment, Fable from Playground Games, and from our partners, Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom. Today, we'll take a closer look at some other games from our showcase lineup and introduce you to some more games too. We've got the game director of Avowed from Obsidian Entertainment breaking down the game's trailer, and the game director of Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks is here to tell us about their newest update. You'll also hear from Sarah Bond, head of the Gaming Ecosystem Organization for Xbox, who will tell us more about a program to bring games from underrepresented developers with unique visions to Xbox and Game Pass. And we may just have a few other fun guests in store for you too. So stay tuned.
Secrets?
But first, let's check out the rainy streets and sinister markets of Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty.
All right, let's do it.
Hello everyone, I'm really excited to welcome you to this exclusive Xbox store over Black Market, one of the locations in Dogtown that you are going to be able to explore in Cyberpunk 2077.
I actually want to play this because it really, Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty is basically just Escape from New York.
Open arms.
To tame?
This is Black Market, a location where you as a player, as a mercenary, you can obtain unique cyberware and weapons, things that you cannot find anywhere in this world.
Look at all that trash.
Dogtown is a part of Night City, but has its own very distinct look and vibe. It's outside of the jurisdiction of NCPD, attracting all kinds of eccentrics and dangerous characters.
Radical mods, June. Never seen anything like that on.
Yeah, the event just started. Yep.
You mean this? Ain't seen nothing yet. Check this out.
Whoa.
We have put a lot of work into making the world feel more alive.
That's actually
Small
pretty lit.
scenes, secrets to find, Easter eggs, make this place feel more vibrant and more believable.
You thought the game flopped?
But what's inescapable?
It had a lot of problems, but I don't.
Kurt Hansen.
It could have been
Kurt
like
is a leader
Game of the Year if it didn't.
who rules Dogtown of an iron fist.
It was shaky. It's better though. It's better, but no one will forget.
Taxes. In Dogtown, I keep your business safe as long as you abide by my rules.
Captured on Xbox in
Really nice
performance
guys.
mode. That means 60
Black
frames
Market
per second,
also is
only
a
if you're in
place where
performance
you can
mode.
find new illegal weapons and goods. They are some of the most powerful items in the world, but are often much more dangerous to use. A new cyberware capacity system, which leads you to push your body to the limit and give you new abilities to deliver more thrilling gameplay experiences, like the air dash or the ability to see the enemies through the walls, or change your appearance to lose the heat. The Barghest is the authorities of Dogtown, and they are more dangerous than NCPD. When you as a player commit crimes in Dogtown, they are the guys who are going to chase you. We have completely overhauled the police system. Police actions are more believable, dynamic, and diverse. The team has been working passionately to deliver you more deeper and meaningful experience, and I really cannot wait for you to find out more this September. See you in Dogtown.
Is Cyberpunk worth buying? Well, the story's pretty good and Keanu's pretty damn awesome in it, but there are some weird things in it. Like, can you still not be chased by the police in a car and stuff? I don't know. I like the game, but it could be way better. It could be way better.
Story between V and Johnny just yet.
But it's pretty damn good.
In fact, we're here with the voice and stylings of Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves himself.
Oh, damn!
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Likewise. Well, Phantom Liberty introduces us to an entirely new location in Night City. It's called Dogtown. It's this devastated place. It's controlled by a militia. But I think you know more about it than I do.
I think we're going to be playing this.
How would you describe it to players?
Night City has its own kind of levels to it, and I think Dogtown is kind of going down to a darker place. It's dystopian. It has a tension to it, and this undercurrent of kind of violence, you know, like, and struggle, you know. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Shit's gone down in Dogtown.
Oh, I like that tagline.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, I mean, hopefully it'll be fun for people to play there.
They're putting John
it's hard
Wick
to
in
believe
Cyberpunk.
That there's an underbelly to the underbelly that is Night
good.
City,
Yes,
right? Yeah, I'm a little scared, but in a good way.
No, it's a good way. I mean, we're all kind of drawn to, we're all moths to the flame, aren't we? And there's a lot of flame in Dogtown.
Well, if anyone can take it on, it's V, so that certainly gives me the confidence.
Yeah, V's a survivor.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
You know?
And we just saw a tour of Dogtown too, so we got a little bit of that ambiance, and we can see what the environment is like. People are getting beat up. It's not good.
It's not
the friendliest place to be. You gotta be prepared for it, truly.
Yeah.
But in our tour, we also hear a recording from a Colonel Kurt Hansen. Who's this guy? Because he seems pretty dangerous too.
Yeah. That guy. No, I'm sorry, I can't say that. My inner Johnny came out.
I think that's good. You know, we know the tone now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's ex-military, military too, ruthless, power hungry, manipulative, and Johnny doesn't like him.
DLC is going to be pretty cool,
I could see
think.
that. It's,
Hopefully
I mean, Night City in
doesn't
general
run
is the
like
kind of
garbage
place
and
that
have
breeds
bugs.
that kind of character.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back. Let's talk about Johnny as a person instead of this horrible person known as Colonel Kurt Hansen. I don't know about this guy, but people like Johnny, and I think it's interesting because we know him to be opinionated. He's radical. We've seen that in Cyberpunk 2077 in the main campaign, but as we get to know him, he's got a sensitive side too. He can actually be quite caring.
That's what makes it so much fun. He is outspoken. He's a little grumpy. And he has a right to be. He's been used, he's been abused, he's been abandoned. And I think that through that kind of hardness of his outside, there is a vulnerability to him. And I think what's great about it is I get to play that character in so many different ways, and so the range of it is cool.
And especially for the player, you get to see these moments in flashbacks. You start to understand he's a product of his upbringing, truly, of his surrounding.
Well, let's not get carried away. I mean, we can start talking about nature and nurture. I'm sorry, I keep dropping into Johnny. But, yeah, I like his anger. I like his passion. I like what he stands for. He's really just looking for a fair shot. And I love that he's kind of going through music, that there's an artist side to him. And, you know, I got some great speeches.
There's all these moments with Johnny.
I think we're gonna play this DLC,
a tiny
chat.
little thing, you know, elicits this really fun response. You can flip him off and he double birds you back. Like, I love those kind of moments.
Or rock.
I think another interesting lens of looking at him as we get into Phantom Liberty is his dynamic with Solomon Reed. So what can you tell me about Johnny's relationship with Idris Elba's character?
I think Solomon has some things in common with Johnny in the sense of the military, the sense of being used, abused. You know, it's in the title, right? They're fighting for a liberty. You know, Solomon's kind of trying to reclaim his life, you know, and Johnny's doing the same thing. You know, it's Cyberpunk 2077, so it might start off as revenge, and it might end as revenge, but I think sometimes he feels like he's lashing out at the wind, you know? And I think Solomon has been living out in the kind of the desert of his life, right? Kind of hiding and harboring.
Yeah.
But I think he also has that kind of soft and hard side to him as well.
True. You due for a Cyberpunk replay?
So as somebody who's very familiar
No
with
better time than
thrillers,
now to
because
play.
You've started in a few.
I mean, a lot of the issues
What do you
are
think
solved, but
about Phantom Liberty
there's
makes
still
for
a
a
lot
good
of,
spy thriller
lot of
in
things they
particular?
could do, but
the quest to understand what's going on. So, and the kind of scavenger hunt of information, the mystery, the double crossing, what is true, what's fiction, what can you count on, you can't count on anything. That is really kind of amplified.
Well, thank you so much for coming out to another Xbox presentation. You've got a lot of fans out there in the Xbox community, so I think I can speak for all of us in saying we really appreciate you showing up here today.
Oh, well, thank you.
But before
It's an
I
honor
close
to
things
be
out,
here. Yeah.
well, before I close things out, I'd love your help here, Keanu. How do you think Johnny would end this interview right now?
Well, there's a lot of ways you could do that. But, Tina, pleasure to meet you.
Oh, is that how Johnny would do it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Nice to see
such
you.
a pleasure to have you here. I thought you were going to kick down the camera or something, so.
No, you see, he's respectful, you know. You're a good egg.
Till you
Oh,
push him
thank
over the
you.
line.
You too. And I'll see you out there again soon.
That makes me want to replay Cyberpunk before playing the DLC. Oh, this. Is this supposed to be a horror mode for High on Life?
Oh, I'm so sorry for dragging you all into this.
Ion Knife. I don't know what to make of that. Is that a new game mode? An expansion?
The world you think you live in doesn't exist. It's a pantomime. Theater. And if you get a glimpse behind the scenery,
oh,
the stage,
Lamplighters League,
you'll discover nothing but darkness.
This game's cool.
And once perceived, it will swallow you whole.
This is like Indiana Jones and XCOM.
I'm in a race against this darkness. A race to locate an ancient ruin, a tower of unspeakable power. I need the best of the best. But they're all dead. So I'll use you. Scoundrels, thieves, cutthroats. The best of the worst.
I'm gonna be honest, chat. I got to play a little bit more of this through demos and some other stuff.
Oh, come.
Seems pretty cool.
Try not to look so glum.
And then gets really difficult. You got to have a massive brain for this game. Or bigger than mine.
You're going to help me save the world.
The Doomsday Clock. Wow. Jump Light Odyssey will have a demo soon. I think Jump Light Odyssey has a demo out now, and we're going to see that video a little later today.
When it comes to RPG studios, Obsidian Entertainment is among the very best. From Fallout New Vegas and The Outer Worlds to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Pentiment, Obsidian Games have placed their stamp on the genre. Joining us today for a closer look at Avowed is game director Carrie Patel. Carrie, I'm so excited to have you here. We just saw this big reveal of Avowed, and there's so many little bits of information in there that I want to dig out and pick your brain around. But before we get into all that, I'm assuming that you don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2 to really get into Avowed.
You're absolutely right. You don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2. You can come to the world of Avowed fresh. We want this to be a welcoming experience to new players. But if you are a returning fan, there are some recognizable tidbits.
For people who have played Pillars 1 or 2, can you tease any more of just those general connections to the universe? And no major spoilers, of course.
Yeah. There are a couple returning characters that players might recognize from Deadfire in particular. Players who have played the original games will recognize some of the parts of the world and some of the factions. The Adirian Empire plays pretty heavily into the world of Avowed, so all of that will be familiar to returning players.
We do start to see some of that Pillars universe now in the Avowed setting, which is really exciting, and it's looking amazing so far. But can you confirm one thing for me? Are we still in Aora?
We're still in Aora, and specifically we're in a region called the Living Lands. So again, returning Pillars fans will recognize the Living Lands as this otherworldly frontier. It's very remote. It's relatively unknown. It's this very dramatic landscape full of all of these different valleys with these unique biomes and creatures. Just a really unique visual perspective. And it's a wonderful frontiersy spot that's set for adventure. There's a lot that's undiscovered. And so that's the part of Aora that we're introducing players to in Avowed.
And we also see a character talking to us in the trailer. He seems like he might be a companion, because that would be a very Obsidian thing to do. So what's going on with that?
Yes, this is Kai, and he is one of the first companions you meet in the game. He's an Aumaua. That's one of the unique species of the world of Aora. And Kai as a character brings a balance of this really battle-hardened perspective. He's seen a lot. He's served as a soldier and a mercenary, but he also has a really unique sense of humor. So he brings a spirit of levity and camaraderie to the party as well.
And as he's talking to us, he's also kind of conveying, well, he's straight up saying that he's afraid of you and your abilities. But it's not like the heroes are the only powerful beings in this universe. So I'm curious what that means for who we are as the player character. Are we a watcher again, like in Pillars 1 and 2? Or maybe we have some connections to the spirit realm and beyond that gives us these terrifying abilities?
So you're not a watcher this time, but you do have a unique soul connection to the world that gives you a connection to the living lands and to some of the more mysterious forces at work there. The player is also being sent as an envoy of the Adiran Empire, and so they come with both a very mysterious aura, but also a certain sense of political urgency.
Kai also mentions a plague. That's another bit of detail that we get within the trailer.
Oh,
we see a very concerning growth on a lot of the creatures
well, that's
in the
very
world.
concerning.
What can you tell us about this plague?
I can't
very
say too
concerning.
much just yet, except that it is a unique soul plague that is devouring the living lands, and part of the player's mission in being sent here is to investigate and try to stop it.
We also saw a lot of combat in the trailer, and we see dual-wielding pistols, we see spells, we see swords, we see just a ton of abilities. A lot that actually is really reminiscent of the Pillars universe, too. But those were isometric, top-down view games, and Avowed is a first-person game. So how did the team approach that same kind of fantasy combat, but in the first person for Avowed?
So we wanted to take that same depth and breadth of play styles and combat abilities and player fantasies, where you can play someone who's very magically attuned, more traditional fighter, a ranger, and really invest in whatever play style is most appealing to you personally. We wanted to take that depth and breadth and translate it into a first-person experience, where you can feel the visceral nature of the attacks, feel the dynamism and the momentum of those attacks as you're executing them, and that means including a range of options like, as you noted, dual-wielding pistols, which is one of my favorites because you don't see that often in fantasy RPGs, but also traditional sword and board, a whole host of magical abilities, a lot of things that'll be both a little bit familiar but hopefully new to players as well.
And I've got one more question for you, because I know the audience is going to want to know this one, but just how big is this game?
So it's going to be roughly comparable to something like Knights of the Old Republic 2 or The Outer Worlds. It is set up as a series of interconnected open zones that players can explore at their own pace. You can invest in discovering every nook and cranny in the world, discovering every secret, finding every side quest, meeting every character, or you can have a much more focused experience. And it's really up to players and how much time they want to spend in the living lands.
What's up, Linz?
But I'm hopeful that they're going to spend a lot of time with us once Avowed releases.
Well, count me in as one of those players, because I definitely want to read and hear every line of dialogue, everything everyone has to tell me, and discover every inch of the living lands. Well, thank you again so much for being here, Carrie. This has been so insightful and fun.
Thank you, Tina. This has been a pleasure.
That was just a taste of what you can expect from Obsidian Entertainment when Avowed lands next year on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass.
Hell yeah, brother, yeah, hell yeah, brother. Is this, Warframe? No. First Descendant.
퍼스트 디센던트는 언리얼 엔진 5를 사용한 차세대 3인칭 루트 슈터 게임으로 엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S, 엑스박스 1을 포함해 콘솔과 PC 크로스 플레이가 가능하고 프리 투 플레이로 즐기실 수 있도록 개발 중입니다. 퍼스트 디센던트에서 플레이어는 계승자가 되어 인류의 생존을 위해 침략자들에 맞서 싸우게 됩니다. 계승자는 플레이어의 캐릭터로서 다양하고 개성적인 컨셉과 스타일을 가지고 있습니다. 플레이어는 계승자를 통해 잉그리스 대륙을 탐험하며 스토리를 체험하고 다양한 임무를 혼자서 혹은 협동 플레이로 수행하게 됩니다. 또한 최대 4인 협동 플레이로 거대 보스와의 레이드를 경험할 수 있습니다. 거대 보스별 다양한 기믹과 부위 파괴 등을 통해 밀도 높은 팀 플레이를 체험하실 수 있습니다. 현재 개발팀은 작년 베타 테스트에서 플레이어분들에게 받은 피드백을 개선하는 작업과 신규 컨텐츠의 개발을 병행하고 있습니다. 지금 보시는 화면은 최초로 공개하는 엑스박스 시리즈 X의 실제 게임 플레이 영상입니다. 언리얼 엔진 5를 활용한 높은 퀄리티의 그래픽이 안정적으로 돌아가도록
looks really nice for a free-to-play game.
신규 계승자 역시 개발 중에 있는데요. 이 계승자는 물을 이용한 독특한 컨셉의 플레이를 경험할 수 있도록 디자인되었습니다. 또한 자기장을 이용한 방어 능력과 비행 스킬을 지닌 새로운 캐릭터도 개발하고 있습니다. 플레이어분들이 더 많은 탐험을 하고 몰입감 넘치는 스토리를 경험할 수 있도록 다양한 환경의 신규 맵을 개발하고 있으며 새로운 타입의 보스 레이드 역시 지속적으로 개발하고 있습니다. 그리고 많은 분들이 요청하셨던 코스메틱 시스템도 도입 중에 있는데요. 캐릭터들마다 다양한 컨셉의 스킨을 제공할 예정이며 꾸미기 아이템을 통해 개성을 마음껏 뽐낼 수 있도록 지원할 예정입니다. 가장 많은
Those look
피드백을
awesome.
받았던 그래플링 훅은 시스템을 완전히 변경하였습니다. 변경된 그래플링 훅은 조작에 따른 회전과
Bruh.
이동시 가속 감속을 지원하여
Bruh.
조작의 재미를 훨씬 더 증대하였습니다. 이 밖에도 피드백을 반영하여 점프 모션, 총기 사운드, UI와 UX를 지속적으로 개선해 나가고 있으며 계승자 스킬을 개조할 수 있는 시스템도 개발 중에 있습니다. 게임 사운드 또한 글로벌 유명 게임 작곡가인 스티븐 바튼과 협업하여 보다 풍성한 청각적 경험을 제공하기 위해 준비 중에 있습니다. 마지막으로 여러분께서 가장 기다리실 소식을 전해드리겠습니다. 현재 저희는 연내 출시를 목표로 하고 있으며 그에 앞서 8월 엑스박스 시리즈 X와 S를 포함한 콘솔과 PC에서 크로스플레이 베타 테스트를 진행할 예정입니다. 베타 테스트는 8월 22일부터 8월 28일까지 일주일간 진행되며 오늘부터 공식 홈페이지를 통해 신청하실 수 있으니 플레이어분들의 많은 참여를 부탁드리겠습니다. Be the first descendant.
Crossplay beta too. Nice. Oh, Miyazaki.
When we were wrapping up Banner Saga,
Oh,
we were
look at
really
that.
talking about
That
what
is
it
some
we wanna do
beautiful
next.
art. Oh, that's awesome.
We earnestly started with the idea of making a game that was hopeful, that it was a triumph for the human spirit.
Something that had a lot of replay ability, something that you can really explore for a long time.
There are different worlds that we want to explore. Towerborne is that game.
Oh, this is Towerborne. Nice.
Towerborne is a fast-paced action RPG. It's a co-op game. You can play it online. You can play it
this
on
will
the
be
couch
co-op
with your
too.
friends and family.
Ooh.
Everybody's moving through the world map together. As the players move out, they start breadcrumbing the storyline that is being told here. From the world map, you go into fun, fast combat.
Another frog.
You come out of that with
Chat, we got to get our
resources and
kitty
crafting
emote.
items.
100 new
And with
members
all their
during
new
this
loot,
stream, and we
they can
have
go
our
back to the
kitty
Belfry.
emote unlocked. Kitty emote, let's go. Ooh, that's a cool map.
The Belfry is the player's safe haven and humanity's
Brass
safe
Smash
haven.
join.
The player can customize their appearance, their loadout, talk to all these different NPCs.
The world itself is a mix of 3D and 2D. We definitely wanted to have that kind of beautiful background that you see.
Oh,
in
that's
animated
very
movies.
beautiful.
Towerborne
Oh, I love
is
that.
all about humanity's
That's like
last
Planet of
chance
Lana.
at survival.
Love it.
Humanity is clinging to hope and clinging to this tower.
It is your mission to try to hold the forces of darkness at bay, to give humanity a chance at survival.
The most important thing about the gameplay is it's just fun. And it kind of just amplified its fun the moment you added another player. All of the players can build their character in a way that's specific to them. It just turns into this back and forth exploration. Like, let's try to do this one combo, and then let's see if you can do a follow-up. From a couch co-op perspective, that's just really fun because there's not too many couch co-op games anymore.
The adventure continues.
I'm hoping in 5 years from now, it's in a place that I never even would have thought of.
It's a seasonal game, which is different for us.
Players can expect a new storyline with new quests, new biomes. We'll be rolling out new gear, new monsters, new bosses.
Expanding on the content in a continuous, organic way, so it just becomes a living world.
When we started Stoic, we decided let's just make games that we feel strongly about and we want to play. We had to find the right relationship with a publisher, and I think we found that with Xbox. They've enabled us to make the game that we want to make here. I earnestly cannot wait for the community to see the game that we're rolling out here. Towerborne is, I really believe, something unique.
Well, that's going to be on Game Pass, too.
There's that roar again.
Is this Fallout 76?
You gotta protect the pit stop, please.
What the hell is that thing?
It's a bear. Kill it. Kill it before it lays eggs. Fallout 76 Once in a Blue Moon. Play June 20th.
I'm John Rush, art director for Fallout 76. I hope you enjoyed the world premiere of the trailer for our Once in a Blue Moon update coming June 20th, free to play for anyone who owns Fallout 76. The blue moon has risen over the hills of Appalachia, bringing with it a ton of great new content for players.
Oh no!
That includes new cryptids like the Blue Devil.
That's not a devil.
And Ogwa to threaten the progress of the Blue Ridge Caravan Company.
Those are just different species of bears. Oh my god, shoot, it's coming right for us! Oh my god, tactical nuke.
2 new public events, both of which give you a chance to earn caravan and cryptid-themed rewards. Defend the Middle Mountain pit stop from waves of monstrous creatures and safe and sound. And thwart a horde of crazed cultists and beasts of burden. With Season 13, we've also got a new scoreboard called Shoot for the Stars, which celebrates the stars of the silver screen and gives you a chance to earn cinema-themed rewards. And we're not done yet.
Yeah, double-headed Fritz, yeah.
Players to Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, let it ride, baby.
New factions for
let
the
it ride.
opportunity to win big. Do your part in helping the Blue Ridge Caravan Company and earn rewards along the way. Once in a Blue Moon is coming June 20th. Appalachia is coming at you. We'll see you there.
Okay, that's cool, I guess.
What's this?
Brother, yeah, brother.
What happened now?
What? Take that! All together now.
We've just seen a new trailer for updates coming to Hi-Fi Rush called Arcade Challenge Update. No joke, there's literally exclamation points in there. That's not just me. So here to explain that and more about the update is game director John Johannes. Welcome to Showcase Extended, John.
Really glad to be here.
Exclamation points?
They have to be in there.
Yeah. It feels
It's style. It's style.
Big.
Yeah.
It's a style thing. Well, Hi-Fi Rush is such a stylish game in general. I think that's one of the things that people really excitedly pointed out when we shadow dropped the game in the developer direct earlier this year. But making a brand new IP is always a bit of a risk. Your studio's known for kind of scarier games like The Evil Within and Ghostwire Tokyo.
Can't deny that. But yeah, this type of game is something I just always wanted to make personally. And I just thought music and action work so well together. And after I had finished working on The Evil Within 2, it just felt like the right time to try something new. And our studio's always been about just making fun games. It doesn't have to be about a certain genre. We're not about making one specific thing.
And fortunately, there's plenty more of that content to come because we just saw an absolutely jam-packed trailer. So I'd love for your help in breaking down all the details, all the stuff going into this
Exclamation point
update.
in chat?
Sure. There's a lot, so bear with me. Everything in this mode is unlockable once you finish the game, and you'll unlock an arcade cabinet in your hideout. And by accessing it, you get 2 new modes. One is called BPM Rush mode, which takes the gameplay up to like higher speeds than we've ever done in the main game. And the other is called Power Up, Tower Up, which is a new sort of randomized spin on the rhythm tower mode that we had in the original game. And included in this mode are 5 new original songs to play to, as well as 2 brand new enemies. And then there's special attacks and this whole meta system for unlocking upgrades and rewards. And that's what I can think of right now.
I love that there's so much to unpack there, but let's rewind. Let's talk about just BPM Rush for now.
Sure.
It was described in the trailer as effectively Hi-Fi Rush's equivalent of a turbo mode. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, early on, the team was like, how fast can we go? And in the game, we kind of settled at, about a max 160 BPM. But this mode really takes it up to 200 BPM. But we sort of ease you in there. It's a gradual upgrade until it eventually gets so fast, you just got to sort of think on your feet and naturally react to the rhythm in the combat of the game.
I personally love that there's a lot of accessibility settings in the game, too. It makes it so that you can adjust the game to your own comfort level. But this is a post-game challenge. It's meant for when you've gotten into the rhythm of the game. So I'm curious if you have any pointers on as far as how to tackle that challenge.
Action game, I think a lot of people want that sort of next level challenge, another way to use their abilities in a new type of environment. This mode does that by putting you at the high speed. But we also have multiple difficulties. We have an easy mode for people who want to experience what that's like, but maybe are not in tune with that sort of high difficulty that's accompanied with this stuff. But then we have a casual normal mode as well.
So many stuff on the screen, I know.
After beating those modes, we can unlock an EX mode, which takes up to a hard level where damage is multiplied and keeps you at that high BPM throughout the entire time.
But there already was a post-game challenge when Hi-Fi Rush launched. It was the Rhythm Tower mode. You mentioned that briefly earlier. That's the one where you face just increasingly difficult combat. So how has that evolved with the Power Up, Tower Up mode?
So the Rhythm Tower mode was kind of like a very curated experience. And while it was very challenging, you can prepare, go in and sort of customize your character, know what you're getting into. And in this mode, we flip it to the almost opposite end. Chai starts off downgraded. We actually remove all your abilities, and you have to earn them back by fighting waves of randomized enemy sets.
This game looks worse than a Twitch stream?
After every wave of enemies, you get to choose from a series of power-ups that can gradually increase your stats. Each of these upgrades comes with
They'll move on to
either
something
bonus
new
or
in a
negative
minute.
modifiers as well to the gameplay, so you can take more risks
all
or
good.
less risks depending on which upgrades you pick. And again, those upgrades are randomized
I like this
each
dude's
level,
shoes,
so
though.
really kind of have to
I
have
gotta
an
buy a
understanding
pair
of
of
the
new
systems
shoes.
and not quite master them, but have a good grasp if you want to go in and come out on top.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it was a really packed trailer. There was a lot of information in there. It's a chonky update. So what else have you got for us? Because I feel like there's more on the table there.
Yeah, so by playing in the 2 modes, you unlock these rewards through these challenges that are connected to these 2 modes. And in those rewards are things like accessories for Chai, and new costumes for Chai 808, and even as well as fan favorite Corsica. We have new modes for the photo mode as well.
Oh, there was a kitty.
Things like new filters.
I mean, no,
we have
not that. No.
new poses for the characters. We have stickers that you can place on the photos now. And then there are some extra hidden secrets that we don't want to give away right now, which, as you know from our game, we like to hide in there and we like people to find, which is always fun. And then,
I
in conjunction
guarantee
with this release,
this will
we're
be-
also releasing a separate
This presentation will be
costume
over
pack, which
before
is
chat
a
gets
kind
to
of
300
take
likes.
on what the characters would
There's
look
no
like
possible way
if
chat
maybe this game took place
would
in
be
a
able to
different
be faster
time
than this
period.
being over.
Ooh, a little tease. I like that.
And there's some
Not
really
gonna happen,
fun,
chat. Don't even try.
fun-looking stuff in there. So
Well, thank you again so much for coming out all the way from Japan to Showcase Extended, John.
I'm super glad to be here.
Not gonna happen,
That's all we
chat.
have to share about the new update for Tango Gameworks' Hi-Fi Rush coming
This
soon.
game is beating you.
Now it's time for us to return to the second era of Tamriel and the Elder Scrolls Online.
Ooh.
ZeniMax Online Studios debuted the trailer for their upcoming expansion at Showcase, and today they're here to break that trailer down for us. Let's hear what the team has to say about the Necrom expansion for Elder Scrolls Online.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the Xbox Showcase. I'm Rich Lambert, the creative director on Elder Scrolls Online.
And I'm CJ Greb, I'm the project art director for Elder Scrolls Online.
One of the really interesting things about Elder Scrolls Online is it's different than really any other game out there. It's not your typical level-gated world. Go anywhere, you can explore in any order you want to.
You really can hop in at any moment, play with anybody, can play any part of the game.
And any story.
And of course, I mean, we're on Xbox Game Pass, you know, the biggest open world RPG on Xbox. And if you're at all a fan of Elder Scrolls,
Ooh, pretty.
you can go places that you maybe have never gone before in an Elder Scrolls game,
And do
right?
things that you've never been able to do.
Dude, you
There's
can do
so many
things in
different
this game?
activities to
Damn,
participate in.
bro.
Housing.
You can
You've
do
got lore hunting.
Can you
and
do stuff?
activities, right? There's the dungeons and the trials.
If you can do things,
And
what about
you can,
stuff?
of course, always revisit lands that you've been to before. We've got Skyrim, Morrowind.
Yeah, and they're
Skyrim.
at different times. You know,
Yeah,
we're
different
almost
times.
1,000
That's not
years
going to
in
be
the
popular.
past.
That's a bear. There was another
Come
bear
in by
on
yourself,
screen.
Come in with friends, but don't worry that
Another
you're never not
frickin'
gonna
bear.
have something to do because there are adventures everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
We had an awesome trailer during the showcase. Necrom, Hermaeus Mora.
Yeah.
What's it all about, Rich?
Hermaeus Mora is this Daedric god of knowledge. He's not good. He's not evil. He is just focused on
He looks like a
cataloging the world
frog.
and collecting everything he possibly can to study. And what you kind of see in the trailer is Mora kind of always on guard, always looking over and watching what's kind of going on. And you get to see some nostalgia in there as well from the Dragonborn DLC in Skyrim with the yellow-green skies.
The vast inky sea, the stacks of books.
I'll still never forget the first time
That looked
you
cool
showed
as hell.
us the
All those
initial
books? That was
concepts
cool.
for everything made out of books. I remember looking at that going, oh my god, how are we going to do
How are we
this?
gonna do
How
that?
is this going to run? And
We always try to honor the past, right? Because when we go back to areas that people who play Elder Scrolls games have played, they know these lands. We want them to feel like they're coming home, right? But we have the chance to add a little into the mix.
the art team was able to really play with kind of cool, unique monsters.
Yeah, we were given some great places to go for new monsters in the zone. We were looking at making a creature that would kind of freeze you in terror as soon as you saw it, and a creature that has a deeper connection to the overall story of the zone.
We've also got the Tavani Peninsula, kind of the Morrowind vibe.
It's always fun to go back to this part of Tamriel because it's one of the most imaginative and sort of like visually expressive things that has ever been created for an Elder Scrolls world. And then, of course, Necrom City itself.
This ancient city that, you know, is rumored to have been built, you know, even before the Tribunal was even established.
Wow.
Being able to play with that and look at that architecture and this ancient city of the dead.
And you guys gave
Does that guy remind you of John Goodman?
Draws their powers.
The guy on the
from
left side?
Hermaeus Mora. We really challenged ourselves and the team to
Guy reminds me of
make
John
something
Goodman.
that didn't feel like anything else. that we had
Younger
built.
gamer John Goodman.
Everything we've been talking about sounds amazing, but when do we actually get to play it?
Necrom launches on Xbox June 20th, and we can't
Why the
wait
hell is
for
so many
everybody to
things
get in
coming
there
out on
and
June
see this
20th? What
amazing
the hell?
content that we've created.
Dude, we're on.
Thanks,
We're
everyone,
releasing every
for,
game on
watching
June
us during the
20th.
Showcase and watching us today.
Hope you took the
lots
day
of
off.
exciting stuff coming for ESO in the future. We'll see you in Tamriel.
Shadow over Morrowind. Oh, this could be City Skylines. Oh yeah, City Skylines has houses. Yep. And churches, yep, okay. This could be City Skylines. Looks like you're in an abandoned hospital. City Skylines has hospitals, so... "24 types of ghosts." Oh, is this just... Damn it, is this Morgan and Indrid's game? The hell's the one they play all the time? Phasmophobia. God damn. Alright. Damn it, I was almost convinced it was City Skylines. Yeah, tee hee, haha, yeah, funny lady, haha. You got me good. You've...
IBS World News.
番組をご覧の皆様、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
エグゾプライマルディレクターの平岡です。まずはじめに、3月に開催しました第1回オープンベータテストに多くのエグゾファイターの皆様にご参加いただきました。アンケートや SNS を通じてたくさんのフィードバックをいただいております。今後の開発に活用させていただきます。ご協力ありがとうございました。さて、 カプコンショーケースはご覧いただけましたでしょう
Did I
か。
have a chance to watch the Capcom
その中で
showcase?
発
No.
表しましたが、
I
第
was
2回オープンベータテストの開催が決定しました。
busy.
詳しい日程や情報は公式サイトをご覧ください。それではここからは番組をご覧の皆様に新情報を紹介します。まずはサベージガントレットという新たなモードです。サベージガントレットは内容が毎週切り替わる特別なミッションに5人で挑む世界中のファイターとクリアタイムを競うというモードになっています。ディノサバイバルとは違い、出現する恐竜やフィールドが遊ぶたびには変化せず、全世界のプレイヤーが同じ内容のミッションに挑みます。今回は恐竜が出現する位置にあらかじめトリプルスレッドを設置しています。出現してきたらこのようにスカイウェーブのグラビトンケージと合わせて起爆、一網打尽にできました。ミッションは画面上部に表示されている恐竜の討伐なのですが、サベージガントレットでは目標以外の恐竜が出現することが少なくありません。もちろん討伐せずに無視することもできますが、ミッション達成の妨げになる可能性があります。倒すか倒さないかはプレイヤーの作戦次第です。目標を達成したら次のミッションへ。ゲームの流れはディノサバイバルと同じなのですんなり遊べると思います。何やら次のミッションに備えてエグゾスーツを着替えているようですね。なるほど、スナイパーの要素が離れた位置に多く出現するのでビジラントに着替えたようですね。フレームネオソーも出現するのでフロストロックで動きを止めて集中攻撃のチャンスも作り出せますね。また一列に並んだ恐竜もブレードで足止めしてから倒す作戦のようです。
I don't like all these dinosaurs being shot.
道中では大型恐
Oh, well,
竜
the
が
T-Rex,
複数
that
体
can go
出
to hell,
現することも。
Kill it.
サベージガントレットは
Actually, I don't think that was
エンドコンテンツに
T-Rex,
相当す
but
る
yeah.
モードなので
Kill it.
基本的にはミッションの難易度は高く設定されています。モジュールの強化、組み合わせはもちろんチームメンバーのスーツ構成などよ
Jurassic
く
Park
考
Warframe.
えて挑んでみてください。サベージガントレットをクリアするとこのようにクリアタイムが表示されます。その後自分のクリアタイムがどの程度だったかランクによる評価がされます。次はバリアントスーツを紹介します。バリアントスーツはデフォルトのエグゾスーツとは異なる性質の武器を装
Am I
備
on
して
live
おり
chat? Yeah, I
戦い
am.
方が変化したスーツです。デフォルトのデッドアイはアサルトライフルを装備していますが、デッドアイアルファバーストファイヤーはショットガンとバースト射撃を切り替えられるバトルライフルを装備しています。敵との距離に応じて射撃を切り替えながら戦います。他のバリアントスーツも特別にちょっとだけお見せしますね。ゼファーアルファエナジーチャクラン、バラージュアルファロケットホップ、ビジラントアルファマークスマン、ロードブロックアルファフォートレスシールド、
That's pretty
ブラザメ
cool.
アルファフロストグレイブ、
That's
フリー
pretty
ガーアル
sweet.
ファチャージショットガン、リッチドクターアルファデュアリティビーム、スカイウェーブアルファサンダークラップ、ニンバスアルファダブルバレル。
Double barrel. Now we're talking, brother. Hell yeah. Give
バ
them
リアント
both.
スーツは発売後のタイトルアップデートで遊べるようになります。エグゾプライマルは発売後も定期的にアップデートを行っていきます。シーズンごとに新たなゲームコンテンツを追加してい
You
きま
want
すの
City
で
Skylines 2?
ご
Me
期待
too,
ください。
damn it. I don't know if we'll get anyone, but
あ
it's possible, damn
それ
it.
ではウォーゲームでお会いしましょう。レッツマッシブ。
Brother, yeah. Badass as hell.
It's great to see the dedication from the team at Capcom and how they're building Exoprimal in partnership with the community. Gaming has the power to immerse us in worlds and perspectives we'd never otherwise experience. We can fight dinosaurs, transport to a dystopian future, explore the universe, and conjure magic. And we get to do this together, no matter where we are on the planet, the language we speak, what we look like, or our physical abilities. That is why it is both an absolute imperative and an incredible opportunity that games represent all of us. That is why we created the ID at Xbox Developer Acceleration Program to help underrepresented creators and stories in the industry shine. We call it DAP. DAP already includes more than 100 emerging developers, and they've launched 30 incredible games like A Space for the Unbound, Validate, and HOA. And there are many, many more in the works. Let's take a look at these amazing games coming up next from ID at Xbox's Developer Acceleration Program.
A message on what that one was. That side-scroller one looked pretty neat. Flight Simulator? Oh, let's go.
From my good friend Jörg Newman, the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator. He told me about this once-in-a-lifetime, out-of-this-world opportunity. So I'm here in Budapest, the capital of Hungary. Jörg, he's around here somewhere. Let's go find him.
I remember this guy.
Hey, Paris. It's great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
Thanks for coming to Budapest.
Of course. What am I doing here?
I'll tell you on the way. We have a boat to catch.
A boat?
Boat? It's about planes.
Nope. Come on, Paris.
Microsoft Flight Sim stuff. Oh my God. What's gonna happen? Is this a different type of plane? Oh, it's one without wings. Oh my God. How does it?
Jörg, what is this place? What kind of aircraft are you storing in here?
Ha, dude, it's much cooler than that. All right, Paris, are you ready for this?
You know I'm ready for this.
All right, let's go.
No, I want into. Oh my God. No way.
Welcome to the world of Dune.
This is incredible.
Come on, I want you to meet someone. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you, man?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Paris, I would like to introduce Patrice Vermette, Academy Award-winning production designer of Dune.
It is very nice to meet you. I'm a
Oh my
huge fan
God.
of Dune. Now, Patrice, can you tell me what is this place?
Well, this is the warehouse where we actually keep most of the props and the set deck elements
Oh,
that we use
no
on Dune
effing
Part
way.
1 and Part 2.
It's all from the. Oh man.
Lord.
It's
Where
actual
all this
physical
gets started.
stuff from the damn
So
movie.
it goes back to
No
November
effing way.
2021. Dune had just hit the movie theaters worldwide, and we got a call from Legendary, and they had the idea that we bring an ornithopter into Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
And me
bruh.
being a lifelong science fiction reader and fan, a big, huge fan of the Frank Herbert books, how could I say no?
Okay, now it makes sense after seeing the trailer at the Xbox showcase. I understand why you brought me here.
You guys want to take a look? Because we actually do have a couple of ornithopters here if you want to see. You want to take a look?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Wow, it's like a physical. They
Look at
actually
this.
took it apart. Damn.
It's a one-on-one real-sized ornithopter. It's amazing.
Sure, thank you. Denis likes things to be plausible, so that's why they were built to look military, rugged, and stealth.
Now, here's the most important question. Were they
Looks
built
damn
to
good.
fly?
Funny you mentioned, because I've been asked that question on a couple of occasions. No, they don't fly. They are heavy. They're 11 tons.
11
So, Jörg,
tons?
You had to get this working in the game. How did you do this in Flight Sim?
Yeah, it was actually interesting. So in general, ornithopters can fly and do fly. This particular one Given that it weighs 11 tons, that's going to be a little bit harder, specifically because it's not really doing the ornithopter bird flap. It does oscillation of the blades, and we currently don't have the material science to get the thrust and the lift. But on Arrakis, I think this is absolutely possible.
Oh my God! Yeah, let's go.
We're here.
That's so cool.
Can we go in?
Absolutely. All right, let's do it. Normally we'd go in through the climbing up the landing gear, but this will do.
Yeah, so what's cool about this, Paris, is that all those buttons are actually realistically hooked up to the system. Master engine switch, what you're doing there, above those, the red, are basically all the lights.
And as you notice, it's all analog because in the world of Dune, there's no thinking machines.
There's no computer. Oh my God, it's like
10,000 years.
It's like
that was
the
actually
80s.
fascinating when we implemented it. Because it's a science fiction, we thought, oh, it's glass cockpits, everything is going to be computerized. Like, none of it is. This is a very practical helicopter, almost like from the 1960s.
So Jorg, in the first movie, the Thopter was able to do a lot of cool moves and maneuvers. You're going to be able to reproduce that in Flight Sim?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, the really cool design that you guys came up with is each blade is independently controlled. So each blade has its own lift and thrust. And that means it can go from a really stable hover to a steep dive and back to a glide instantaneously. I would just say thank you that you designed such an awesome,
it's part
realistic
copter
machine,
and part
'cause that's what
glider.
we do.
No
We bring
frickin' way,
realistic machines
dude.
to life. But if you want to see a little bit more about the game design,
Yeah, I'd say it
I
looks a
have
little
something for
buggy,
you.
doesn't it,
Absolutely,
chat?
I'd love to see.
It looks a little buggy. Dude, imagine if they bring in like stuff from Warhammer
This,
and
expansion is that you are a Atreides pilot on Arrakis flying an ornithopter. Here is what we built.
no way.
We basically built this section of Arrakis. Here's the capital city of Arkeen.
Whoa.
Here's the botanical garden. We have that as well. And the first thing we do is we train you up. The fast takeoff, fast landing, and then the deep dive. And then we take you to some of the extreme locations, like the bow of the cliff, the hole in the rock, the red chasm. You really have to show your pilot skills. And then, towards the end, then there's a secret mission, which I can't talk about today, but that basically wraps up the experience. It's gonna be great.
Rescuing a
Super
crew.
exciting. Hey.
It was great to see you
You're gonna be
again.
rescuing a crew from like a
Paris.
damaged harvester or something.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Where to next?
Well, I don't know what they eat on Arrakis, but this is Budapest, and I hear they have excellent goulash. I know a
Goulash?
place.
No
Let's
way.
go.
That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, you can fly the Pelican from Halo in that too. I think that's already out. But I don't know if it's like a mission. It looks like they kind of had a little campaign plan, but that's gonna be amazing. Very excited. I wish they'd asked me to go out. My Hi Raptor, do you want to go to Hungary and have goulash? Yeah. Also, do you want to be in the new Dune movie? Oh, I guess. But what about that goulash? Spiders, no thank you.
Liza P. is a thrilling Souls-like that takes the story of Pinocchio, turns it on its head, and sets it against the darkly elegant backdrop of the Belle Epoque era.
Finally, we meet.
You are awakened by a mysterious voice.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You must adapt yourself and your weapons to face untold horrors, untangle the unfathomable
Liza
secrets
Bradford,
of the city's elites, and choose whether to confront predicaments with the truth,
Saying he's busy.
or weave lies to overcome them on the journey to find yourself.
And then he shows up in like farming sim.
You are able to create your own weapon through the combination of these blades and handles. Of the hundreds of possible combinations with different respective appearances, performances, attack motions, and patterns.
Lies of B.
Each and every blade and handle has its distinctive Fable Arts. Fable Arts is a special combat skill that can be casted by consuming Fable slots. Fable slots can be charged
I haven't
again
seen
through
anything
combat.
about a
Select
Sherlock
your own
Holmes
special
game.
skills to vanquish your enemies. The Legion arm is a prosthetic on P's left arm. The Legion arm can exhibit special abilities by consuming the Legion gauge, providing you an eclectic combat experience. So, puppets are all there are? I highly doubt that. You'll have to face all sorts of monsters, puppets only being one of them. You're not quite done yet. Bone-chilling bosses await you.
Look like Frankenstein's monster.
If a boss seems too intimidating, you might want to get help from a Spectre. In boss matches, you can summon a Spectre that will assist you in battle. With a bit of help, you will be able to defeat bosses with more ease. The P organ is a system that allows you to upgrade your character. Use quartz to optimize P to your liking. Within the P organ, you can select which slots to unlock depending on your preference.
Yeah, it's Pinocchio,
There
Dark
will be
Souls, yep.
times when you will be confronted with choices
Elden
where you can give comfort to others in
Pinocchio.
sorrow or despair by lying, or you can choose to tell the truth.
I'm a real boy, damn it.
Carve your own path. Meet Liza P on Xbox One, Xbox Series, and Game Pass. Coming to you this September 19th.
Yeah, there is a demo for this on Steam, yep. And same with Final Fantasy 16 as well for PlayStation 5.
At the heart of Hellblade is our ambition to sink you into Senua's world and story. To do this, it's critical that we make it as easy as possible for you to suspend your disbelief. One key method of achieving this is our use of performance capture.
What I want to achieve on stage is to get the best performance and best storytelling from the actors, and then to get that into the game as faithfully as possible. I want to see what I saw on stage in the game. It's time to find out. Why are they watching? It's time to find out. When we were shooting the scene from the Xbox showcase, it was quite a somber mood on set, because that was one of our moments in the game where it's just Senua and the Furies, and we have an opportunity to connect with the player one-on-one.
Where are they? Where are you?
What do they want? I don't like it. I'm scared. This is too
bad, woman.
At this point in Senua's journey, she's had her confidence eroded. There's a lot of doubt. And she needs to find within herself
X to doubt?
a spark of hope, that strength that she has in order to continue on.
Everything I've done has led me to this place.
We've come so far.
While this scene is relatively simple, the scale and complexity of our performance capture has multiplied to meet our creative ambitions on Hellblade 2.
We shot the first Hellblade in the boardroom of our old studio. It was very MacGyvered together. In the new studio, we have a custom-built mocap space, which has pretty much everything we could have dreamed of. We've got projectors.
No, I
so we
never
can
played the
recreate
first
sets on
game.
the ground if we need
Would it
to.
be interesting?
We've got loads of props that we have available to us at any time, so we can build sets.
I remember coming in to interview and seeing the setup down there, and immediately being impressed by the clear commitment that had been made to underpinning great true-to-life performance with great quality data. So we've got a lot more cameras this time around. They're kind of top of the line at the moment. And in the kind of space that we have downstairs, we have nearly wall-to-wall coverage, which is really impressive. And it's not something that is common. It's certainly a step up from a few cameras set up in a boardroom.
With our setup, we can push even further on our ambition of bringing through as much of our actors' performances as possible into the game, even down to the most nuanced of movements.
So when you've got a optical system like ours set up and calibrated well, you can track performers' movements down to the millimeter. So we can see somebody shuffling their finger along the table or just wiggling them very gently. You can see hesitation and breath. You know, there's no need to push the action and overact.
You think I should play this? I think I will.
character.
I'd play the first game then before this one. Seems
What
really
we want
neat.
is the best performance
I'm not sure what this
possible,
game is,
the
but
best immersion
I like the
possible
whole
for
like
the
mystery,
player, and
weird,
that's why we go
spirity
to these
thing going on.
lengths, is to try and get that extra fidelity of performance into the game.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to subscribe.
With performance capture being at the heart of our character movement, our props and staging had to facilitate.
Notice
our
how
vision.
terrified she looked when I
don't want
said
to give
that?
any spoilers away, but there is going to be a boat in the game.
Frickin',
That boat
there's
will
a
have
boat?
several characters on board. We wanted to be able to capture the motion of a boat across multiple characters simultaneously, and we, for the first time, had the space to be able to construct a proper rig for this. So we had a platform.
People bouncing
which
around
could
on
be
strings and stuff. That's
moved,
awesome.
In any number of ways to create that kind of pitch and yaw and roll that you would get on the ocean. And we got our actors up onto this boat and captured scene with high waves and a storm, and we got incredible data from
The first
really,
game is
really
great.
amazing.
Okay. Then
The
we'll
most
play the
important part of
first
my
game
role
before
is
this
to
comes
make
out
sure
then.
that story gets told, and having these wonderful actors we're working with bring their talents to bear on these characters has been such an amazing experience.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's got my curiosity, and I heard about the first game, and okay. All right. It kind of gives me Death Stranding vibes.
My name's Larry
with
Herb,
this creepiness.
Xbox's Major Nelson. Welcome to FanFest. I'm excited to be here. Here we go. Let's roll that video.
Oh my God, Mexico City. That's a city. This could be City Skylines. Oh my God. Confirmed. It literally has city in the name. City, yeah, the popcorn machine and City Skylines confirmed. Warsaw? What the hell? That's also a city. They're playing Diablos. Oh damn! They had cosplay going on? Los Angeles.
Honestly, I've never felt so good to be part of Xbox in my life. I'm just wandering around, I've been talking to people, and everybody is so excited about what's to come.
We really put a lot of emphasis on empowering creative
Booty.
risk, and then there's so much excitement for what
Booty.
we're going to be able to deliver going into 2024, and even games in 2024 that we haven't talked about yet. So our mission, our strategy is to bring the joy of gaming to everybody, no matter where they want to play, how they want to play, and I just feel, you know, a real responsibility, a real privilege, excitement that we get to be the ones to build those games that are going to be at the center of no matter what we do.
Oh, I have to sign up for FanFest? Oh.
Hi, I'm Sebastian, and I'm the community manager for Lightyear Frontier. Today, I'll be playing with Kelly, Anita, and
this
Carolina
game
to
is going to
explore
be
the new multiplayer features
badass.
Lightyear Frontier has to offer.
I want to play this with the boys.
Today, we should continue building.
You get
up
to
the
do
things we
farming in a
started
frickin'
yesterday.
mech.
We'll
Oh
need
my
more
god.
resources, and it'll be faster if we work together to collect them. Can two of you work on that?
Yeah, let's go. Go.
Bro, it's a mech
Hey, that
but a
purple mech looks
tractor.
great.
What the hell? You get a
Thanks.
tractor
It's my
mech?
favorite
Hell
color.
yeah, brother. Let's go.
Dang, the farm looks pretty good with all the grown crops.
Yeah, no, right? I'm looking forward to making the farm even bigger.
Oh my god. Bro!
Work on.
You get to head out in the morning, check out the
I'll
crops
come down and help you
in
out.
your mech. Hell yeah, bro.
Great. I'll see you in a bit then.
What do you want to focus on gathering, you think?
I can get wood to start with, and then you can help me get some aluminum.
I'll get some stone also then. That should cover a lot of what we need for crafting and building. Once we've finished, let's head back and help with the buildings.
Resupply to the rescue.
Wait, you just like
How's it going up there?
harpoon onto a
I
tree?
think I've got a good idea of what I want things to look like from up here.
Nice.
Oh, there's so many good choices.
I know, right?
Oof. But I think that looks good.
Can't wait to see it.
There are loads of aluminium here. They're actually pretty strong, so we can do it faster if we both drill.
Let's work together and see what else we can find here. After we bring this back,
I
I'll
can't
take a
wait to
look
play
in
this
some
with the
other regions
boys.
to see
No,
what
there's not
materials
bears,
they
chat.
have.
Don't start.
I'm done up here, so I'll come join you.
Oh, my inventory is getting full from this harvest.
God, I want to play this.
I think we should build some silos or crates to store it all.
Yeah, we should probably build a fence around those two as well, so we can protect the harvest.
Great idea.
Protect the
Let's get on
harvest
it.
from what?
Here we go.
Bears.
I'll help with the silos next.
All right, yes.
Yo,
Set up. All
anyone need
right, everybody,
materials?
listen
'Cause
up.
we got
Setting up a
stuff.
200-meter
Yes,
perimeter,
please, oh my gosh.
and then a 400-meter perimeter
Fantastic.
around that.
Do you want us to start helping you build?
Yes, please, please, please.
Oh,
Oh, look at this. What the hell are they
What do you think
defending
of the
from,
layout?
though?
Yeah, it looks great to me.
I'm almost done with the fences here.
Oh, this looks cool as hell.
Hey, everyone!
Oh,
I'm
no.
going for more materials, and I found some ruins over there.
Is this
Come
gonna
on,
be
you guys,
like-
and come see this?
This is gonna be
Oh,
like
wow,
Ranch
what is
Sim.
this?
This is gonna be like Ranch Sim with
Look at that.
Bradford.
This is so cool.
That door is huge. Wow.
I wonder what's inside, though.
Tomorrow we should totally find a way to open this. Let's head back to the base and see what we can do.
Oh, early 2024, damn it. Oh well, alright. That's actually good, because that gives me more time to play like the Sea of Thieves update and of course Starfield and City Skylines. I want to play that. Lightyear Frontier is going to be awesome. I just want to, brother, I just want a tractor and a mech. Yeah, the harpoon system was interesting, like you... Yeah, that was She-Fox, chat. Kitty! We need to get that kitty emote, chat. Let's go. Smack join. Let's go. 99 new members. Let's go.
Just follow my instructions.
Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, that... Oh, that looked cool as hell. Someone tell me what the name of that was. Galacticare? Alright, someone write that down for me too. Galacticare. I need the last 2 games. Someone write these down. There's a lot of good stuff here. I'll be interested in this. Kitty. Another kitty. Bro, there's just cats everywhere, dude. The Bookwalker. Bet it has to do with cats. Oh my god, someone write that down too. That art style. Bro. Anbu. He's just that's a big old kitty. That's a big kitty. That's just a big kitty. Oh, another kitty. Dude, there's so many freaking kitties. So many.
Every year in our showcase, there's one game that kind of pops for me, something I'm very interested in. This year, we got to announce 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus. And I'm here now with Stefan and Will to walk through a demo of the game, which I've never played before. First time. We have 33 people online, incredibly excited about this. So we're going to jump in?
All right, let's jump in and start playing.
33 Immortals is a co-op action roguelike for 33 players. You play a damned soul who must rebel against God's final judgment. So there are 3 of us here today on stage, 3 upstairs, and 27 people joining us from Montreal in the studio. Hi, everyone.
And we are ready. That's us. Everybody's spawning in.
That's us.
This is 33-player multiplayer.
Yeah.
Not a normal number of characters for a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
How did you come up with 33 players?
We were searching for a significant number where we can all play on the screen.
Yeah.
We stay together on the screen, so 33 felt good. 32 felt good. But as the game is inspired by the Divine Comedy, the medieval poem from Dante Alighieri, written in the 14th century. And this poem has 3 sections: Inferno, Purgatorio, Paradiso. Each section has 33 chapters. And so we say, oh, let's do 33 players.
I love it.
33 Immortals.
Man, I love what you said, Will, that when you guys started this game, there weren't even 33 people at the studio, so you didn't have enough people in the studio to fill out the full roster of the game.
Yeah.
It's just such an awesome point.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge when you're trying to do that.
I love it.
Okay, so no 2 runs are the same. We're actually spawning in a different position, a different situation. We are in the cemetery. If you hold the left trigger, the world map is going to show up. And we can see that we are 33 right now, actually, in Inferno, but we are scattered around the world.
Oh, we're not all in the same place.
Yeah, because we all have to complete torture chambers.
Got it.
To make the game
let's
progress.
deal with a little bit of torture.
And
no problem.
we are located at the southwest of Inferno.
Yeah.
And so the closest torture chambers is to the east.
Okay.
So let's go there.
Got it.
Okay, let's continue down south towards the first torture chambers. This one, I have a good feeling for it.
The soundtrack, what's going on? The music's kind of cool.
Thank you. This is Max LL, who's actually done the music on all of our games.
And you're in Montreal?
We are in Montreal, yes.
Close to one of our XGS studios in Compulsion.
Yes.
It's also in Showcase.
Yes.
I love the community of game creators in Montreal.
Absolutely. It's always important to be well surrounded and all that. So
we didn't talk about your first game, Spiritfarer.
Yeah.
I loved. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh,
Thank you.
Spiritfarer. That didn't come out that long ago.
As you can see, this is not Spiritfarer.
No.
No, but like, how do you think about that from a studio standpoint? Having such, I mean, I would say they're stylized games.
No way they're actually
outside
playing
of
that's
very different
pre-recorded.
games.
Maybe,
We're not
maybe.
worried about, genre. Our goal is
I bet
really
they
to
would
just
do it
try and
legit.
make unique, immersive, creative experiences that players love and that they want to play for.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
This guy who's getting out of my comfort zone sometimes.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, get him,
What
Phil.
do we do?
So we have completed a torture chamber, so we have achieved a first step in
I got left behind. That's what you're saying.
defying God, yeah.
Oh, they're back on us.
Whoa.
Well, we gotta
Okay.
face the wrath of God.
Careful.
Oh
no.
Dash, dash, dash. Dash.
Run away.
Oh, I can't. I can't. I have like 0 health. New torture. No, I got to get out of here.
Where are you?
Well, why weren't they in the torture chamber trying to help us?
Yeah, where was your team,
Okay,
Phil?
these range.
God is getting
Get these people
angry.
fired.
Yeah,
A horrible team.
we're getting hammered right now.
You play as
Okay.
demons? Looks like they're playing as
Okay,
Lost
here's a guy. Can you
Souls
revive
that-
me? Revive me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, just stop moving. That's good. One up.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm up.
Okay, oh.
Thank you.
Oh no! Oh, run. Oh, this is the early fire.
What is this?
Oh, one
holy
nose.
fire.
One nose.
Now we're in holy fire?
The wrath of God.
Okay, I'm ahead of it.
Okay, so we unlock the Ascension battle. So that's the last battle.
Here, can we
before
get this? Can people jump in my heels?
Yeah. I'm in. Oh.
I tried to do the heal. Don't mind me, the wandering soul.
Save me, please.
I'm like a zombie.
Maybe someone.
Did I mention I'd never played before?
I'm playing too. Yep. I am gaming as well.
Okay, hopefully the team can carry us.
We are not alone.
There's a lot of enemies in this small space.
There is also
Gonna try
a lot
to
of
not
enemies
move.
here where I am.
Don't move, and hopefully someone is going to be able to revive you. Okay, good.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm up.
I'm in. Okay.
Back.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is the last step.
I think it's my last.
All right.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
We did it?
yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've ascended.
Yeah.
That was first chapter of first book. Is that how I should think about it?
Yeah.
It's the first world, so it's Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah, each region has its whole big set of challenges and everything.
And this is all on the map.
And its final boss fight.
That's what this is. Well, since we've basically come through unscathed so far, this should be easy.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy. You saved us from having to kill the final boss.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tease.
I like it. I like it. Well, best of luck to you and the team and everything that's going on. Can't wait for this game to come out. I won't ask for the date because I know that's unfair. But it was great to have in the show and great for you to come down and we got the opportunity to play. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for watching Showcase Extended. I love these opportunities to show more about everything that you saw in the showcase itself. Thanks to everybody that supported us and have a great week. Thanks, everybody.
What? Okay. All right, then. Well. Okay. All right, then. Huh. I was expecting a little bit more, but that's totally fine, and I'm not mad at all. Phil. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to go live to a video that's going to premiere right now on the channel of a free builder game that looks to be like Evil Genius meets Faster Than Light, a game that you guys were mentioning earlier that has a demo on Steam called a Jump Light Odyssey. Quite interesting, actually. The demo is a little short, but obviously it's a demo, but it's a game that piques my interest. So let's go check that one out. We're going to go ahead and jump out of... Oh, I guess the event's all over, so we will go ahead and jump to something else, I guess. All right, so I'm going to see you guys in a little bit for our next Big O stream. 7 Days to Die has a Big O update. We're going to check that out tonight with the boys. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We'll come back for more Vigi games. But anyway, stay here in the chat. You'll be live redirected to the video. Let's go.